But today, the plan was to work on the industry area, namely farming. I just want farmland right now. I don't really work on anything else first besides farm and then maybe tree. Oil is usually the last one I work on every time. I don't know why. I don't even know the resources in this map, to be honest. Farmland is all in here. This area, I mean, it's kind of done with the just placing buildings down. I don't want to place any more. Well, maybe not here, but everywhere else. I almost don't want to put buildings here because it's right on the cliff side and the road's right below it. Down here, there could be more stuff here, to be honest. And over here, I think I'll leave it empty over here. A nice little road that wraps around. Maybe I'll put a road that wraps behind here and wraps around the mountain to come around. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Or when I start the grid for downtown, because that's also the plan for today as well. For just farmland and the downtown grid. You can claim homeowner. You can claim that if you want to. For now, I'm thinking of putting the tree industry over here. Not now, but for later. And I also might want to bring housing down this stretch to connect to this portion over here. So I can have a bridge across and connect over here. I almost want to have housing on a hill, which I think would be nice. Plan for today. The area where resources are found are in here, though, for it. Give me a hotel on top of a mountain. Have a skylift to the mountain to it. I haven't built that. To claim a home, you must claim a house that I built. But if a hotel is what you want, on top of a mountain, a skylift isn't a bad idea, actually. For this map, skylift's not a bad idea. I can't place roads up here. Specifically, I can't place... I mean, I could cheat my way. You know what? That's not a bad idea. You hear me out. I'm gonna cheat my way through this. I'm gonna use Move It. And just bring a hotel on top of the mountain. I bring a nice cabin. A rental cabin. On top of the mountains. I'll place it down here. Collision is on, of course. Don't want it on. I'm gonna cheat a little. I'm gonna copy this up here. All the way to the top. Now, a lift would be cheating if you don't want to take this path. That would be a little cheating. Open up the mixer. Last point where you... Yeah, where the... in the load game option. It doesn't appear in there. It only appears in theme mixer in the settings down there. I tried that too as well. It just doesn't appear there for some reason. Put the cabin up here. Nice hidden cabin. And why not put this trail to this cabin as well? Just for fun. Oh, no theme mixer. I did try that as well, though. Like, say when I went to load in the game, I pressed load game in the setting where it says, choose a theme and choose a... Well, choose, you can choose your tropical, winter, and all that stuff. On the next list, you could choose your actual theme and things like that. I did that with a... Oh, this. You save theme. All under here. It's just not under here, though. The Bahamas theme. No. Last point. Oh, this one. Oh, you mean just save it as Bahamas? Do you want to go blind? Let me move my cam. Oh, let me move this over here. Like this one down here. And Bahamas is right there. Yeah, I'm on Bahamas. Didn't I do that before? Just more blue though. I might have to mess with the... What's it called? The subscribe. Oh, I see what you mean. If I just press subscribe now, will something happen? Will it break something? Or maybe I should do that afterwards, in case I break something. Often doesn't work. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'll revert back. Is that reverted back? That's fine. I will do it later then. Have a fun lunch. I'm gonna put his house. I'm gonna put this cabin up here. I'm gonna mess with it. Okay, I'll look. I'll read through it indefinitely. Well, definitely. I'll read through it and see if there's anything missing. To get this hotel to work, people, yes, need to go to it, but take a path to it as well. Let's make the path... I can do it from here, actually. Oh, you know, what's the problem from doing it from there? I press the wrong button every time. I press that 2 by accident. I do like the paths going up on alongside the cliff. That's a nice touch. Then bring this down, or bring this up, actually. This building shouldn't have problems if I put its spawn points all the way down by the road. I'm so happy the spawn points came with a drag option now. Because otherwise I wouldn't have done this. I'll put it next to this thing. It is too high up, but that's okay. Oops. It's incredibly high. How tall is this? Will this act like this? I'll have to drag it down myself. Can I not? I can add. There we go. Oops, high. I'm pressing Y. Whoops. I meant H. Whoops. That's gonna take too long. Or a few more. Oh, I pressed 500. I pressed 50, not 500. Good enough. Oh, I just need to go to 0. And that building services will be right there. So this thing shouldn't have any garbage problems or anything like that. Just a nice little cabin up in the woods. And it'll be good for nature. Hopefully. I didn't check. And I still don't know what's up with this. I still feel like this is a good sightseeing spot. I'd just go for sightseeing. But farmland. Not farmland. Industry. Well, I guess farmland industry. I wanted to put that somewhere over here. Or I could put it in here. But I still don't know about this space. It does look a little too awkward for me to build anything in. But it is the only place that has fertile land next to this one, but I'd like it to be somewhere else, to be honest. Maybe over here, or maybe down here. The side, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but it kind of does. I want my other city to be here, is the one problem. Housing alongside here, but farmland, I'm not sure. I'm kind of stuck on farm. Industry is one thing that is hard to place down for me. It's hard for me to come up with the land value. I think maybe let's put it in here. Since I don't know what to put in here, maybe I'll put it in here. A nice little pocket. It is really hilly, which does tend to a little bit of a problem, to be honest. I could try to manage this though. Farm Valley, you know, not bad. Isn't that a brand of company or something? I feel like that's a company brand. And I do have a highway connection right here. Ready? So you know what? Let's go right here for farmland. I don't know if I want to take up the entire space though. It'd be a bit much to take up the entire space. And also, placing farmland in here won't be bad because I get to avoid placing an exit on this highway. Because I did say earlier, when I was building this highway, I almost don't want to put any connections onto this highway. So also, I might just make this highway turn completely from here to here. Honestly. And just avoid any interactions from the outside. Because I don't want this to connect. Because it does look awkward with this turn, so I'm going to make it go a wide sweep. It will make that awful indent in the floor, but that's okay. When I zoom out, it's still there, but that's fine. It does do this. That's okay. It makes a nice cutout in the hill. I could just slope it out, but it almost represents that the highway was... Well, to make this highway, they had to tear the land apart. Which is a nice... Not oftentimes a nice look, but I guess smoothing it out. Just to make it not as rough. I want to avoid any interchanges from this highway over here, from any point further. I only want the only interchange to be from here to this highway. Other than that, I only want highway to go around. Almost thinking I almost want to not have an exit here, but that'd be kind of ridiculous. Wait, is this some kind of innuendo that I'm not understanding? Well, that I am understanding, but a little bit too late. I almost wanted to just sweep around. Nothing to touch this highway. And with that being the case, farmland is actually a good candidate for a reason for a highway to not touch it. And speaking of, you know what? Maybe this can just be like the farmland and tree. Farm and tree way. Like the industry, for those two industries. Or will have to be somewhere else. Or it can honestly be in this hill, to be honest. So I think that's ore. It is. So, or it can be actually back here. Oil is underneath this entire place. I almost want to... I don't want to touch this. I also don't want to touch this. Or it can be down here, though. It wouldn't be a problem if it was down here. So let's go with that. I'll put ore here. Tree, farm here. And oil... ore here. I said ore. Oil. Oil down here. Ore up there. Let's put farmland. From here is the first interchange, which is good. I'll have more use for this interchange now. Farmland does make a lot of industry, though, which can be a problem, and it can back up this this traffic light for quite a bit. However, I did lock them into one lane usage, so all the trucks should be in the left lane. Everyone else should be in the right lane. I didn't put up automated tolling. I'd like to watch them stop and cause traffic, honestly. But to go across that, I think I'll just make this a highway, to be honest. A highway road. There's no need for any commercial or housing, honestly, on this road. Let's go with that. Let's go with the wide one. Let's go with the wide boy. Wide one. No barrier, just a regular 3-lane highway. Because I want 2 lanes to turn. I feel like more people will turn right than going straight onto this portion of the highway. Because over here is kind of vacant. I don't think there'll be anything over here for a while. Besides a new city in the future, which would be further down. But let's put the 3-lane one over here because farmland and forestry tend to have a lot of vehicles on them. This road is elevated too high. I'm going to destroy this road, honestly. A little too high for my liking. You know what? I'll save space for farming. Throughout here. I don't know if I can zoom out, you can see the pathing. It's just like that, but it's not really like that. Let's go here and across. Not barrier, just a regular default. Make sure I'm not sloping. I don't want to slope. I want to stay to the ground heights. Maybe here I want to slope, because I am going through a mountain. I want to stay on this level. Continue forward. I'm just making turns. It's not really specific of... I don't want to make a grid with the farmland. It'd be a little awkward for a grid in a farmland, honestly. From here, I think this will be the exit way for the farm. Now, the farm can be gridded. It just depends on the farms that you want to have. So let's try... From here on out, let's go industry. Industry 3-lane might be too much. From here, let's divide it. So from here... Let's just put a road on the side. I almost want to fly on this hill. How much hill is this? It's not bad. But let's actually just smoothen it a little bit. I'm not getting the level tool. I'm just gonna soften terrain. Just to make it a little bit more workable. That's a lot better, actually. A lot better. Just smoothing it. Because I don't want to level it completely. The same thing with trees. The trees don't have to be leveled as well. They can be really hilly. Because the way the terrain works with the industry tools for the farmland and the fruits, and the animals too, they can really bend. As long as you don't put the greenhouse, they can bend pretty well. I could have cheated and placed my own industry landscape, but nah. Not this time. 2-lane going straight through. Now, it won't be exactly equal, but from here, I almost want to, well, for starters, I never really put a regular road. I always make a dirt road, every time. A farmland or tree land, I always put dirt road. It makes the aesthetic quite nice, honestly, with dirt road. Because the trucks themselves are always dirty. Especially with a quarry as well. A quarry for the ore area. Always use a dirt road or gravel road. Quite nice to look at. Now I want to almost avoid grids. I'm just placing this down just to get a feel of how I want the layout to be. Because I want the farmland to be almost touching the back of the highway. Not the road itself, but just the farm itself. So if I wanted a road back here, I want the farm to be near the highway. Just not touching it. This is the long one. Boom, it's touching it, so I don't want that. I want it to be in more a little bit. About so. Probably not enough. Okay, it might be a little too close. One more down. It's good enough. I see yes sir coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
There it is.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's place the main building so I can actually place these down. Let's go off of this road just a bit. Here I'm going to use the industry road. First, depending on the size of the farmland that I want to make, I should determine that. I want these to be at least equal in distance apart. I don't want to have any empty gaps. If I do have empty gaps, I could just forcefully fill in the area with more crops, but do I want to do that? A lot of space. Yeah, let's go across. Why not? Who knows? Maybe I'll put farmland on the other side. Maybe I'll make a bridge across. I know some places do that. I can give you an example on Google Earth. Right now, if I wanted to. I might want to. I might want to. While this loads up, I'll put it on the other side. Okay, you can come back on my screen. Let me forcefully show you an example of the idea that I'm having with the highway passing between. Not in Allentown, it's actually New Jersey. Right over here, somewhere. Between exit 19 and exit 12. Actually, it's right over here. Yeah, here's exit 19. Right over here. A nice farmland. Empty space, farmland. You have the one little bridge for a tractor to pass through to continue the farmland into the farmer's house. Same thing with over here. It's just an empty farmland. I kind of want that aesthetic going through here. The main highway just passes through, ignores everything. Even ignores all the roads that pass beneath. Just nice farmland. That's it. That's the idea I'm going for. For here, I could have a bridge going across, or I could use this road. Make the bridge come across. Come up here. This hill is pretty steep. Can't build on that really. I think.
Yes,
I do.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The house over there would work. I do have this farm field. It's a network. So you can forcefully place down a network of grass or anything you want, which is pretty cool. So it can fill in those spaces that I don't want. I have 3 of these, so this one, and this one. I'm guessing wheat or corn. Wheat, that is? Wheat, I'm assuming. Some other crops. And something orange. I don't know what's orange. Not a carrot. But I have those fields I can place all around this highway, to be honest. Well, we'll see. And you know what? You said the farmer's house. This thing kind of acts like the farmer's house, to be honest. It wouldn't be bad to place it over here. Right in this corner. Or even on top of the hill. Yeah, let's put it in the corner. I think the corner will be a little bit more snug. You're prone to erosion in the corner, but I think the corner is always like the most safest spot. And as well, I'm going to use the dirt bridge because it fills my aesthetic of dirt and wood. That's true. On the hill to look over the farm. So you know what? There are multiple farm buildings. I could just split this road up in 2 paths. First I need to go into the ground first. Let's actually pretend this hill is higher up. I'm just going to take this ground. Increase the size. Increase the strength. I'm going to place the ground higher up on this side. That way the bridge can reach the ground faster, but also it would be a nice barrier between highway and land. And flat land, anyway. Put a nice flat land alongside here. Just to continue, I guess, the same look going across here. That way you know the highway went down. It's still going down, and this is a downhill. To get that look. For the road, I'm not sure if I want farmland up here yet. Maybe I could put the fields up there, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out, because I never use that network, that field network, so see how it goes. Let's make a turn. We'll have 2 portions. One go here. This could be the maintenance building. And farmland. Okay, this hill's pretty steep, so I can go from here. I have different patches or paths. Let's flatten this out a little bit. It's too tall. A little too tall. I can't build a road up there. A little too, unethical for me to build that high. Well, to make a road go up that high. I'm not too tall. Some people say I'm too tall. I went to the eye doctor once. And there were these 2 people just sitting there. They were talking to themselves, talking amongst themselves, talking about people, and how they're too tall. And they're short. And I passed. And they're like elderly people. And I come out from getting examined my eyes, and immediately he just says, like those guys. I'm like, what'd I do? He said, yeah, you're too tall, like me and my dad, because you need 2 people to take you to the eye doctor, because you're gonna be blind. And you can't drive by yourself. Make it to a tunnel. Oh, you know what? A tunnel through here and then come back around? You know what? But dirt roads don't have tunnels. Dirt roads make that awful vanilla tunnel, which I hate. You couldn't go... Oh, I should have sloped it, actually. They made that awful darkening effect, and then they come out on the other side magically. Okay, you don't make a tunnel? Oh wait, this can't make a tunnel. Can you make a tunnel? Can, but is it the correct tunnel? If you can make a tunnel, I'm not opposed to it. Oh, you don't. Yeah, this is what I don't like. Going into the infinite void. Oh, that's a nice tunnel. Can't lie, I never use this road often. You know what? Why don't I use this road? It's a nice rural road. Actually, that's not bad to place over. Oops. That's not bad to place over here. Instead of dirt, make a nice rural road. There's a bridge too. A thick bridge, I'll say that, but a nice bridge. A little thick. I really hate these pillars. Please get rid of these pillars in City Skylines too. They make me... They tear my eyes up every time. But it's a nice bridge. can't lie. Now I need a truck to pass by. I need to measure its height. Perfect. You're not perfect, but you're close enough. I mean, it's good. Herb. I mean, it's good. Let's make this lower. I don't mind this highway going lower because it makes an awkward step right here, which I didn't realize before. It makes an awkward step, so here's what I'll do. I didn't do that. I'll slope this underground until here, about so. Yeah, 1.8 to 4.2, too steep. Oh, I should have checked. Where did I press it before? Was it here? It wasn't there. Where was it? Oh no, I messed up. Was it one more wreck? That looks good. And then it's a good height. Okay, that's a little bit better. And actually, I can slope it from here now. From here to here. Nice. 6.1. A truck can go up that pretty easy. Tractor can. Tractor's got a lot of horsepower. They go slow, but they got force. Yeah, nice low slope. So, from here, actually, can I convert this entire road into a rural road instead of industry? Instead of being so wide, I can make it just thinner. I could. However, that defeats the purpose of a 3-lane highway over here, but the trees will be over here as well. So farmland, let's say most of them will come through here. I oftentimes autosave. I tend not to use one-ways in farmland areas or tree areas. I always use 2-ways. I only use 1-ways when I'm building raw industry. So I think I'll keep the 2-way aesthetic going through here. I don't know if I want to keep this road. I might want to change it. As long as this autosave does not crash my game like last time. Well, almost like last time. But I'm still excited for traffic accidents. I want to see traffic accidents happen. That was the one thing I hoped for in City Skylines 2. Also for events. This autosave is taking a while. For events to take place. If people have smart AI when parking, they must have AI for going to a certain place, like parties and things like that. They must be smart enough to start those things. This autosave is taking too long. Am I going to get the crash? There will be times when... Oh, there we go. I wasn't paying attention. There will be times when I crash again. Who knows? Maybe this map will crash and never open up, just like Canal City. That'll be the tears in my eye. Okay, these are starting to bother me. These will go away when the game reloads again. But for now, they're gonna stick there for a while. Them and their arrows. It did. I can't open it. I tried today again. I could not open it. That's why I'm starting this over. Starting this city. On this island. This nice... lonesome island. I'm not sure what happened. One day... Well, one day. Saturday. I opened the game up. It worked. But I don't want to play vanilla. One day, on Saturday, I opened the game. And it worked in the morning. Then I closed the game down because I saw that movement updated. And some other mods updated, or... assets. And then I reloaded the game again, and now it doesn't want to open. I guess that final stretch where it's about to start the world, like you hear the birds chirping and things like that. But once when it gets to that point, or once when it gets to that point, the game just crashes. It immediately takes me back to the homepage of Steam. So, like I said before, I posted it. I posted it on the workshop, if you want to play it. Oh, this bot. Indy made the bot, so maybe it can't open it by itself. Yeah, it can't open it. But this is the city. I also advise you to read the description, of course. And also, if you want to, you can just comment down here. You can go into Discord, or you can join me. Shameless plug. You can join me here at this time. This is a good city. Can't lie. I especially like this picture, so I saved it. I wish I had more screenshots. I would have put more here, more screenshots there, but those are the best ones I had. I could see. Also, I put this number of stuff here that I could list upon. It's a lot, but it'll work. Might work. Doesn't work for me, but it might work for you. If you can try it. I'm still trying to get the city to work, but we'll see. Maybe if... I mean, you can play blank. It would just have a lot of missing assets. Like, it has every DLC in it. It has a lot of content creator packs in it that you should probably have. Like the skyscrapers. The skyscrapers is essential for that map. I'd always recommend skyscrapers. Me personally, that might be my favorite content creator pack. No, maybe the sports one. Not the sports. The sports one is nice. Maybe the shopping mall one is good too. But the I don't know, skyscrapers. That one's pretty good. Can't lie. Now, farmland. I would never put these things close to the road. I would never put this on the road because these things make a lot of traffic. I don't know what would happen if it played vanilla somehow. If you loaded that game, no, it'd be impossible. You need at least the first 9 mods I listed for it to work. There's no way it would work without in vanilla. I'd be amazed if somebody got it to work in vanilla. I'd be astounded. But you at least need oh, not advanced vehicle. Oh wait, you also need a single track AI. I forgot to put that down. You reverse engineer. You could. It's more of a challenge. It'll be a challenge to reverse engineer that. That save, ooh, that's a good world, but ooh, it'll be a little difficult to get working. I will say that. I should have put that as a warning. Honestly, it'll be hard to get working. You know, these fuse together aren't bad, but it's not my forte. I want to be back to back. Yeah, they might be too sophisticated. I use my quays in a weird position. Most of the time I do. All the time I do. I can't lie about that. I'm gonna do the same thing with this map. That's a guarantee. This map will be my little special island where I make everything complicated. So far, I can tell you one thing. You can't load this map without no controller. No controller is basically almost essential because whenever these nodes are altered, it's no longer vanilla. It'll always be no controller. You'll need no controllers for it to work. So I alter all these nodes every single time. And oh, grids? We're not doing grids. I'm looking, well, okay, for this farmland, it's usually a grid, but for the fruits, the fruit field will be somewhere else. I'm not sure how it'll look. Like maybe from here, this road turn this way, and the fruit field will yield diagonal, like following this grid. I'll do that. But for now, since it's on a hill, and the hill is following this way, I'm making the vegetation alongside this hillside. Kinda like that. I'll follow the hillside. That's what I'll do. For now, the vegetation itself will just be on a flat surface. Not flat, like this. You don't want greenhouses because they mess up the landscape. You always want to change it to something that's not a greenhouse. That way it'll be flat. That's why I like the this kind of farm field. They're really flat. They're really movable, moldable. And for like this grid, this road, it's actually nice 35 degrees. You know what? That's not bad. Solid 35 degrees. This side can be this way because the hill is going up this way. Depending on how big the fruit field is, big it yields. Also, this would be cool. I could have, if it was City Skylines 2, I actually would have allowed for the road to connect with these two. And you got a mod for that, City Skylines 1, which is just the intersect mod. Intersect these two together, they can connect. But it's pretty cool that it's in vanilla. for CS2. Here will be the fruit yield. I do need more vegetation landscapes. I'm gonna cheat my way a little bit. Of course I would cheat. I need to see it though. There are some trees in my way. And there are trees in my way, so I need to unlock forestry. This one down here. Well, you can't see, my face might be in the way. I can't even move it. My face is in the way. But I unlocked forestry. I go back in here because the tree was in the way. And then I just remove it, just to remove the forestry in the area. That way I could paint it in again. But I will need forestry down here. Let me paint this in, actually. I do want trees in this area down here. We'll put trees down there. Here. That way I can paint this again. Again. Yeah, just like that. Me cheating my way through every game I see. Place this alongside. The grid is wrong on this one, but it's okay. This is... I'm basically playing God mode right now. All unlocks. All unlimited money. I am the definition of... Is it cheating if it's in the game? That's the real question. I'm not technically cheating. My goodness, the line does not reach far enough. Let's go up until there. This will be the farm district. This will be the tree district. The tree district will have its own set of road layout. Let's go 3 lanes, then it comes into 2. Maybe halfway point, it'll come into 2. I also said I didn't want the train to pass through here. I'm not opposed to this, actually. What if I put houses in here? I'm not opposed to putting houses in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually not opposed to putting houses. Even up here, I'm not opposed to putting houses. Like, small houses. Very spaced away on this road, this country road. And they just have a farm in their backyard. However, the truck traffic would be a little ridiculous. The noise control would be pretty high because the truck's passing by. Maybe I can make this into a no truck road, honestly. I could just ban trucks on this road. That is one option. I was pressing control instead of shift. I could ban trucks on this road. Make them only take the patches and just put houses along here. Just one stretch of house. Because I did say I want to put a train through here. One line through, or maybe 2. Make them run along here. Let me set them down now so I don't forget later. Now, I do have viaducts. Where are they? I don't know. I gotta find them. Yeah, I don't know where they are. They're right here. I'm blind. This thing. This is a viaduct. I actually don't know how this works. First time using it. So this map is really hilly, so I wanted to try using a very large road. So they do stick at a certain height. So they need to be at least maybe like say 92. How deep is this? Oh, a little higher. I'd say maximum. Maximum. Let me just press it down. Okay, one more below that. 118? Max 118, it looks like. Max 118 feet tall. I wanted to use these viaducts. These are the solid version. These are the bridge versions. I would assume. No. One has holes in between. Oh, it's right here. I'm just blind. Oh, but it's nodeless. My least desired kind. Nodeless bridge. But they look nice. I can't lie. But it's nodeless. When I say nodeless, I mean I have no control over the nodes because it has none. Sure, you can say middle and sure you can say bend, but there is nothing between. That's what I mean by nodeless. I don't like nodeless that much, but if I don't alter them, it should be fine. And you know it's nodeless if it has an X over here. That's how Revo does it. Nodeless, and then they have nodes. Oh, none of these have nodes. Okay, well, perfect. But these have nodes. The ones that have zeros, or a blue circle, that's a node in between. But that's okay. Is it adaptive?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is adaptive. I could put US guardrails, or US wires, and it has guardrails, which are quite nice actually. So these are pretty nice. Like just have these run through a hill somewhere. Like maybe even from, say from here for example. Just pass through right here, like in the, out of nowhere, just driving by. Let me set it on hill, let me go in flat. Like from here to here, just have a large viaduct passing through. Wrong one. Have a large viaduct passing through. Then it goes back underground. Things like that. I'm thinking of when I saw this in the workshop. Over here, I don't know if I want this to be on ground, to be honest. I don't think I will, of course not. I need an industry here. So it'll have to be elevated. Elevated because I wanted to make a pass over here into this city. Sunset District, which will be a city in the way future. Who knows, maybe day 20. But I'm just thinking preemptively. What is this? Concrete trestle bridge? I don't remember getting any of these. Raritan stone bridge. Raritan is in New Jersey, by the way. If you were wondering. Probably not. But Raritan's in New Jersey. Also, the concrete trestle. Oh, it's one of these. I always fear these bridges. I don't know why. I feel like they're not sturdy enough. You know what I mean? Are they adaptive? They are not? You are. You have transmission wires, but... I mean, I guess I could use Bob to change your wires, your catenaries, but I don't think I'll turn that on. These are cool. Usually you'd see these in like the Gulf Coast, or above water somewhere, or floating above a river. You see this kind of train rails. But this won't fit, because your pillars are too close. And I don't want to I can't use no controller because there's no nodes. I mean, I could use no controller, but it wouldn't be right. So I need to make a larger bridge, one with a wider gap. 2 tracks is optimal. I don't think I need 4 at all for this island, because I have no inner city trains. So 2 tracks is what I'll use for the most part. 4 might be excessive. Let's try this one. It's still a viaduct, but it's a little bit wider. This form has... no, it's hollow, so let's go with this one. Unless I have to make it non-hollow. I must be looking at these wrong. But maybe your tunnel is still too big. Oh no, you're not hollow, but it's a nice bridge. Let me move this aside so I don't mess it up at all. About so. Nice little bridge. Nice stone bridge. Make this curve. Just for now, this will be a placeholder. We'll just sit there. But this is the idea that I think I'll have for the train passing this area. Just an overpass. No railroad crossing, of course, because that'd be a little hectic. Continuing this area, let's put the farm. Continuing the farm. Now the animals, I always forget there's animals with this pack. The animals can be placed alongside. Let's actually... they're still on the same hill, but let's mess it up a little bit. Mess up the industry a little bit. For farm animals, let's... can I cut this in half? It's 41 degrees, it's not even. I'd rather be like a perfect 45 like here. Well, I could mess up this road, so let's go here to 45 degrees. Hold control to go 45. Right about here. And let's go 45. I am on slope mode, I forgot to turn that off. Let me redo it again. I want to slope with the road, I want to slope with the hill. 45. Right there, that's good enough. Hopefully, it should. My grid should line up. I erased that. Oh, that's fine. Nah, that's not fine. My grid should line up with a 45-degree angle. I usually do 35, but 45 is okay. So like from here to here, they should be equal. There should be no mess up in nodes. I should expect that, to be honest. But I can go from here to here and just go straight up. This should be even. There, I just run this into this road. And it actually is even. It works out pretty well. And this can run into it. pretty well, so it's perfect. Now, my animals. Let's take away this road. My animals and my industry for the farmland. Actually, this will be good. You know, I know I said no one-ways, but this is actually a good point to have a one-way right here facing upward. I don't have a one-way dirt road, but I have this one-way rural road, which is almost similar, just a little bit paved. Having a one-way come up through here, that way I have only access through one point, which is only on the other side, not this side though. I'll have this road come straight through. Open this. Wider. Won't mess up because of the texture, but that's okay. I'm not going to bother with that too much. It's just a one-way going through. That way trucks going backwards. Can they connect anywhere? Oh, they can. Let me actually connect this side. Not that they'll use it, but let me connect it. I did say I was going to use this later. I didn't think I would use it so soon, but turns out I did. Now, I don't think this road has a purpose of going any more further straight. It's kind of a dead end. There is this road, which goes up hills, and I don't want trucks to go up here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It would be a little excessive if it went up a hill. So let's have this awkward dead end with a one-way. Also, let's make this turn here. I don't want it to come to the traffic light because I don't want there to be opposing forces with the traffic light. I don't want the traffic light to be altered too much. I just want two change signals, just this side and this side. That's it. I don't want a third one. Let's come down here. I don't think I'll need turn lane, to be honest. Especially here. I don't think nobody should turn left. So, unless they made a mistake and they're making a U-turn. Nobody should turn left. In the future, eventually, someone... Probably people are coming here now. Yeah, they are. And what is that? That's an illegal turn. Stop that. You know where you want to go if you pass through the toll booth. Pick your toll booth, pick your lane, and go through. I don't want to see no weird turns. And they pick their side. However, more priority to the one on the left, yes. And more priority to the two on the right. One goes straight. And there shouldn't be priority, honestly, for this one. This one should just be going straight. There's no reason to go back on the highway if you came off the highway, so... Let's set it to straight. In case a car decides to turn down here just to come back up and waste my time. Force them to go straight. What happens? Trees themselves. Let me lock force you back so I don't disable my trees. Get a nice clear view for the trees with the trucks passing by. Now, field. Let's put the farm field alongside the highway. Since it's a network, let's look for the smaller. They're all the same size. Okay, never mind. Let's put a field alongside the highway. I'm gonna put this parallel to the highway. Maybe not from the tunnel. Maybe from right here. That way, if you're driving on the highway, you see a field the entire time. You don't see anything else that's altering heights. Hopefully this sticks to the ground. I'm hoping it does. I'm begging it to. Go a little bit spaced away from the highway. It does. Perfect. Like, you're just driving on the highway and you see only a field on one side. Hello, Teddy. I like that wavy mode. Okay, now it sticks out too far, so I could reduce one of these, honestly. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Streamlabs, who are you talking to? You always say Discord, but you don't like the trigger, Nightbot. Can't find these roads in there. Nodes? One more node is in here. I don't want to... I don't want to mess up this network. It is a large network. And it does stick to the floor pretty aggressively. Which I'm now noticing now. Let's make this into a bridge. Make this at the middle. I didn't press you. It's the middle. I didn't do that by accident. Press this to middle. Make this slope. Actually, this works pretty well. I do wish you were smaller, but what can I do? I can't even see you from the side. I can put a railing on the side to cover that. to hide that a little bit. It is on one elevation, so you know what? Since it's on one elevation, it sticks to the ground pretty aggressively. Kind of aggressively. There a different one. Doesn't do that. Or, oh wait, these are decals, but I don't think I could place these, like, next to a highway. Is this one smaller? I feel like one of these were smaller. I'd rather have a smaller one than... Oh, I said it's elevated. Oops. I'm wondering what was happening. This one looks smaller. Let's go... Actually, I can upgrade these, right? I can. Let's do it... No, let's do this one. A lot smaller. I might as well just parallel it, to be honest. I might just do that instead. Well, let me see first off. Which one is the smallest one? So that one's the one I had before. Those two are about the same size, they look like. Let's go with this one. That way I can put it a little bit closer to the highway. And it won't take up too much space. And it's a lot flatter. So I prefer this one actually. This one is a little bit better. Bridge back. And then I can put this back into ground again. Bend? I don't know, bend doesn't work right for me when it comes to either stretch, always custom. I might have to just draw the lines in, but maybe not these. I don't feel like drawing that in. But yeah, this one looks a lot better than the other one. And from here, I can actually parallel the road alongside this road. Side. And then just bring it closer. A little too close, maybe. That might be too close. You can't see it from far. That's my fault because my my distance, my viewing distance is low. Props. Oh, it's not a prop, it's a network. Why is it? Is it a prop, I guess? My viewing distance is lower for props. To save up on FPS. That was for Canal City, but I don't know about this city yet. If it starts lagging, then I'll lower it, but we'll see. Let's increase it for now. Let me increase my distance for things. Under prop control. Let's increase this to 220. I'm too scared to go any higher. Oh, there. That should be good enough. Or is a tree? I don't want to increase the tree distance because this map has too many trees, and that'll definitely decrease my performance by a lot. Run these into here. And let me move this back. That way I can fill in the gap a little bit easier. And you know what? I could just fill this in with dirt as well. The dirt. Look. Make it look like it's incredibly busy, like always used, you know what I mean? May look strange along this network path if I do say so myself. But let's take it away from there. Go closer to this road. I did it again. The farmland cannot... That's not farm. I can only use a small one here. The long ones wouldn't fit. So small one. Nothing wrong with the small ones. They work fine. Very similarly. Where's the greenhouse? Greenhouse is only going on flatland. I don't have any flatland in here, so I don't know if I will use greenhouse. Fruit yield. Fruit yields can stay up here. I was talking about farmland and the buildings, the actual main industry buildings that can be placed in this area. These guys. So this, that. I think that's it. I tend to have more of these though. More things that make a... Oh, the cattle shed makes a lot of meats. So does the slaughterhouse. However, there's not many things that make flour, so I tend to have 2 of these. I could have one more cattle shed, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that make meat, so maybe I don't need another one, but the flour one is the one I use the most. I would probably put the most of down. Because I oftentimes run into having produced too much crops, honestly. And these don't get used too much, so... take advantage of that when I can. These will be a little uneven. Let's try using the smaller ones. However, the smaller ones wouldn't fit here either. Let's go here. I could bunch them together. I could have used this one too. I forgot. I always forget there's a small variant, to be honest. I could fuse them together. Make them like smaller looking. Or I could, to fill in the land, I could just copy them and move their spawn points into a different location. And just copy them and bring them back. Or just to fill in the area, actually just use these since they don't have any real buildings to look at. Use these to fill in the area as much as you can. We'll run into times where you can't, but that's okay. To fix this, you just press this and press page up. It'll fill in itself. Hold page up, it'll fill in their gaps. Only for some of them. Not all the time you can do this. But do that. Just fill them in. If they can't connect to the road, if you have a mod, there's a mod for that. I could use building spawn points and just drag them over. They'll have access to the road if you do that. People can't walk to there. You could put a path in there, but that's fine. I don't mind the people. As long as the building can spawn things, that's okay. These can spawn, which is good. Fill this area in with something. I'm not sure if there's a Farmland decal at all. An actual building. Like these. I don't know if... I mean, you could use these to represent like an empty lot or something. Could do that. I never used these, so I might try it. Let's see with this map. They may look weird though. Like the way I'm orienting it. Forcing them in place. Be placed in here. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Animals themselves. The animals will be on this side. They're on a hill. Yes, but... animals like hills, right? I see cows all the time walking on hills. And that's not really bad of a hill. It's actually really tame for the hill. I'll go up to the highest point and then drag these back. And now these buildings, I'd rather put these on a flat slope, a flat surface. They could go up here. They could go up there, but I'm still thinking of... if I were to put housing up here, I would keep everything, like these large buildings, away from the main road themselves. Put housing on here, just like this little stretch, like the farmers' houses, come along here. However, this area doesn't have a name. I remember Ivan had a name. What was the name that you gave it, Ivan? I completely... Farm Valley. That's not a bad name, to be honest. That's gonna bother me in the future. This thing is zooming in and out, and I don't know it's there until I zoom in. Let's fill in this rest of this area. Continuing with this. Now the problem with this one is that they do leave a weird little gap in between. I don't know how to fix that, to be honest. Do I copy the building and shift it over? I'm not sure. I might produce too many trucks. I could turn off the building. The notification doesn't show up, which is good. So I could do that when I do that. I don't want too many of these buildings, to be honest. They can cause too much traffic. I could force them between and just turn one of them off. Keep one on. Or I could just overlap them like this. I could just do that. Yeah, I could just overlap, honestly. They will have to be the same material, the same plant, however, or else they wouldn't come out right. I'm fine with these on a hill, to be honest. These look fine on a hill. Here, I guess this can be the last one. Maybe just one more. That can be the last one. And some kind of nice little stoppage, like a fence. I don't think I want a road to go past here. So to fix this, again, press it. Let me do it for all of these. Maybe I can do it for all of these buildings. And just hold control up, except for that greenhouse one. Let me change this first. All these, and then hold control up. Not control up, page up. Until they reach a point, and before the bottom starts raising up. So go down. And right about there. That should match with the hill. Now, except for this one. You can keep going up a little bit more before you start increasing your height on the base. I guess this is fine. I guess I'll have to live with that. You got a nice little field. Especially from the highway side. You got a nice little field to look at over there. Now, the plants that I want. Most plants that are made, or most crops that are made, are used to feed their animals. I think 70% or 50% go to the animals. Only a remaining few go to actual humans, to be honest. We're mostly feeding animals with these. Now, mostly there is usually always corn. Now, I'm going to pick the appearance of one that looks better, that doesn't overlap too much. Wheat seems to do the best in not overlapping, honestly, compared to the rest. Potatoes might be okay. Let me remove these trees first, they're in my way. Also, I might as well put the other road on the other side. Only for a shorter distance. Just to have that same continuity on either side. So from here to here. Tab, hold, shift, and then plus. Go a little bit faster. Back a few. How about this good? I could raise it to slope height or to terrain height. I never really use it. I never use this tool. Does this slope to all terrain heights or just one specific terrain height? I've never used that one. Or I could just... I might just do it myself. To be honest, I might just slope them evenly myself. And actually... Does this slope correctly if I do this? It kinda does. Kinda doesn't. Kinda goes a little higher, so...
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy and the Stallion, the only morning show featuring DJ Jimmy Fries and a 4-year-old quarter horse named Clover.
This is Jimmy Fries coming to you.
That's good.
Studio too. Whoa, whoa.
Anything behind this, I'm not sure. The hill is a little drastic behind here. It's a little too high. I could use the smaller ones. The smaller farms aren't bad. I could use these, going behind these hills. But the plants that I want still is of the matter. Plant that I want to use. It doesn't matter which plant I use, to be honest. I just want to have a different field aesthetic going through these. So maybe over here I can have corn, and over there can be wheat. Very top. Large greenhouse, corn. I will say my scroll wheel isn't acting up. I haven't bought a new mouse yet. My scroll wheel is actually acting fine. Not jittering at all, which it normally did. I guess it fixed itself somehow. Let's go. Should I continue the wheat? I mean, it looks too yellow. My eyes will be burning looking at this. Let's go cotton. Raise this one up. Yeah, that's a lot better. I can probably flatten the land just to make those bumps go away. I don't know if it'll take the terrain with it. It will. Cool. Okay, good. Raise these up. Not the endpoints though. I won't take the endpoints, but just I at least want the fronts to be a little bit smoother. The back over here. I want the backs to be a little bit nicer. Also, I do need a cargo spot. I also need my trains to be set up in a good spot. So, I don't know where I'll put the cargo train yet, or the ports yet. Where are the boat lines? All around, which is perfect. Now, I have a cargo airport, but that's for something separate. For cargo itself, maybe back here, maybe behind here. I just don't think I can't see another space, to be honest. It could be over here. Could be over here. It could be over there. Oh, that's what's missing. I forgot. When I changed the themes, the sand went away. The sand is different. So there used to be a beach here, but the sand is missing. Sand texture, is it Levant? It might be Levant, so this one. There we go. I was thinking it looked weird without sand. I'm thinking over here. I think this might be the cargo area, because I don't know what to put. I still don't know what to put along here, because the highway's here. Maybe there won't be a beach here, maybe... Maybe I'll put the city over here, and the cargo area over here. I think that's how we'll go. Let me set up a train line. Well, just plot a train line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, it won't be as big as Canal City, because that one I had more space to work in. I could take advantage of this, because I never use it, or I don't know where it came from. I could use this. Single track, though, but... looking at all this stuff, probably not, to be honest. I don't think it will. I think it'll be, like, more of the people that... I think it'll be more advanced. It might have some beginner tools. But I think all of the stuff they showed, they look advanced to me, to be honest. There are things that I look at and I'm like, what are they doing? Like the, like those road tools are all different. They're a replace tool that they showed as well. It's very, very intricate how it works. But it'll probably be explained a little bit easier when you actually play the game. But maybe it might be easy. Might be easier to understand. Until the mods come. Once the mods come, then that's when hard mode begins. Advanced mode. Oh yes, the editors as well. That would be kind of... I would like to see the editors too. Who knows, maybe I'll build a world in that map. It'll be so advanced. One day... What was it? We're all playing the game. I jump into Biscotti's live stream. Now I'll just say he's missing the mods. Mods to make the game. When I say easier, the settings kind of look advanced. Mods make things easier, but in a more advanced way. What I was thinking of doing here, I was almost thinking of putting this here, but then I halfway through I changed my mind. Because I still need more crops. I don't need crops, to be honest. I have all this. I don't need more of this, but I really don't know where to put this. This thing's too big. I could put it down here, but I'm entering the tree land. Entering tree territory, and the tree territory is kind of big, but it can't be too big because I'm in a compressed space over here. I could take away mountain, but at most that's what I can do. This, by the way, you know what? You know what? Actually, instead of a tunnel, I could wrap this around the side of this hill, and then come back up. Instead of coming through here, wrap around the side, similar to my the nature is over there. Wrap around until it comes back up. The sloping and the near closest to the highway is a little too close. Here to here. I think this will be good. 7.7. Your slopey is all good enough. A railing probably will be needed. Definitely be needed. Can I put trees alongside here? Not like that. I can. You know what? I put trees along here. Just to make it look like it's a hidden road up there. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. A little path. A little sneaky path behind this trees on this highway. Now I still want houses. Well, no, I don't need houses. Maybe I can just put like one house, lone house somewhere. I just place a house down. Wait, speaking of houses, wait, actually, I could put the farmers, the workplace housing, what is it called? Yeah, the industry area farm houses. This could be placed alongside this. It could be placed somewhere else. It could be placed up here. Could place it there.
Sunny days, starry nights, good
Just their
weather,
house.
great company. This is Carolyn Shine and you're listening to Shoreline Radio.
No. I say that about anyone. Anyone I watch. There are some people that just have this really nice ideas when they design a city that you just can't match. You could try to, but they somehow do it better every time. I can have these on the base, and give them their utility buildings up here. You too? Place these things along. I don't know how many of these you need. What are these again? The barracks? Oh wait. Aren't these barracks? I will teach you nothing. I will just ramble. I ramble about everything I say. Everything that I'm building is a ramble story. I mean, I teach you about hierarchy. I said that way wrong. I teach you about hierarchy. That's for the most part. The trees. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. Trees in this area aren't bad. Garbage. The garbage truck should be able to reach here. It might take a distance to reach here, but it will take a distance to reach there. Should I put two sides? Or one side? I mean, if they go up here, they're forced to turn around. You know what? That's fine. I like that. The other farming area buildings, however. This thing. Grain silo. I oftentimes don't put that down. It spawns too many trucks. I don't know why it spawns. If you don't have the industries rebalance mod, this thing makes 24 trucks for some reason. That's too much. 11 is okay, but I still feel like it's too much. I think 6 would be better. I think this one makes... Yeah, this one makes 6. So the small one is better. I'd rather use the barns. Yeah, because the barns, they use 9, which actually makes sense, honestly. I'd put these down here. Barn? Let's put it by the animals. I still don't know what to do with, I really don't know what to do with these industry buildings. They're already full. They're already being used. Too much. I'm thinking of placing housing alongside here, which I'm still not sure about. It'd be nice to have a house, like a farm right behind your house, you know? I have one over there. Like, there's a farm right by my house over there. So it's kind of similar to me, honestly. And if I were to put houses in the farm, I'd give them a different style. Probably... I'd probably still give you the ranch house, honestly. I think that's a good style for being near a farm. I didn't press save, did I? I did. I don't remember pressing save. I do that every time. I think these would look good over here. Now, I will have to get rid of the noise, however. Only spawn in 2x4, so they cannot spawn there. I have to get rid of these. These have to go somewhere else. They have pollution, they have noise. Same thing with you. You have pollution as well. Pollution and noise. You too. Pollution and noise. So you need to be hidden somewhere. I could put you... Let me flatten this land. I'll make a flat land down here. Place all of these buildings in. Place some right there. And let's actually put a flat land up here, taking this terrain and make it flat. I'll core it out just now. I'll fix it out later. Let's make 2 flatlands. Emptying a road from here on this side. Make it industry, because these roads require industry. I don't like to put dirt roads on these. Because it just has that better appeal in terms of road design. Aren't you here? But welcome onto the... Even though you're in the same house as me right now, welcome. Yeah, so from here, let's turn this way. I'm going to lead the same path, following this node right here. So let's do this. Put these back to back, the same road back to back. Rural. I need a node. So let's just take this, bring it alongside here, drag this all the way in the back. As long as my terrain isn't on. Pull this forward, make it connect down there. Do the same thing on this side. I don't think I want to come to here. I might just want to come to this road. Let's do that instead. Take this road. Connect it here. Delete the excess. Bring these buildings up into these flat portions because I don't like these roads. I don't like these buildings on hills. They seem a little off on hills. And this portion is just made for you. It's a large one. I can keep meat on one side and flour and wheat on the other, honestly. And flour on one side, meat on the other side. Could do that. Well, I think it would make sense to have meat on this side, honestly. It's more spacious over here, too. And the flour ones don't take up a lot of space. Also, I can have some storages as well.
It's another beautiful day here at
Missing one, where is it?
Your home for great music.
Put the flour ones over here and the meat ones over here.
Things moving here.
And connect the road. Wrong. Incorrect, even. Here, I connect this. I don't think I need a road behind. As a matter of fact, I want to cover in this hill now. I want to flatten this out now. So there's one more meat that I can't see. Did I put it behind your accident? I didn't. There's one more. I just can't see it. I'm missing it somewhere. I could have sworn I put 3 down. There it is. Milk parlor. Maybe put this one sideways. Put these two next to each other. And then bring the hill back. Bring the mountain back. The way it was. And get rid of this. Get rid of this as well. I don't think I need too many farms, to be honest. Like, I usually just go one for each animal. Like pigs. Okay, well, the animal orientation I do. So I put pigs in the bottom. The sheep. Cows. I tend to have more cows. One Highland cow. All arranged like that. That's usually what I do. Now this is on a flat surface. These are all on flat surfaces. Oh, so these three produce meats. These three produce flour. I'm missing something still. Something isn't right. Sure, I'm missing the storages and the warehouses. Grain silo? Do I want to put a grain silo? I might need it for when there are times when I'm running out of... Well, when I have too much wheat. Which is right now, technically. But I'd rather not put this... Does it make noise? Oh, these things are loud. Of course they make noise. Oh, the barn. The barn makes noise. Let's put a barn up here. And this thing? What does this do? This thing makes flour as well. The large building that I have as an asset, it actually makes flour. Will it be out of place? Probably. But will it have writing on it? Yes. If I change the name, will it change the writing? No. But what if I press enter? Or just put farm? Oh, it does. It gets rid of it. Wait, no, I don't want that gone. Put it back. Put it back. Please reset this building. It doesn't matter because the name is farm. Let me reset this building. I'm destroying it and placing it back. Where was it? Can I grab this? I can grab this. Cool. I need more industry buildings like this. Like an actual asset industry building. I need more of those. Now, flour mill. Oh, the houses spawn? Why? Oh, sure, I'll take a milkshake. I'll always have cookies and cream, by the way. Wait, you're going to... I can't say where I'm going. I pretty much doxed myself. I can't say where you're going. Oh, you're going there? It's already 2 o'clock? I've been shooting for 2 hours? I thought it was 1 hour pass. But I'll take a milkshake, sure. The fact that you go into stream to chat when I have a phone right next to me is actually kind of funny. I'm amused by that. I know it's missing. I can actually place the farming industry buildings down because I forget this every time. There's the industry buildings that these come with. I could place the farming building down. Then that'll satiate the need for industry as well. And it'll fill in the empty gaps, to be honest. It'll fill it in better than what I can think of, actually. I didn't connect this. I need to connect this. And destroy this. So with those gone, I can place the farming buildings. However, I don't think they make pollution. These might be the only industry buildings that don't make pollution. Well, the tree ones don't make pollutions, but I don't know about these. I'll wait for them to spawn if they spawn. They also need their daily dose of fire intake. Well, prevention. Fire prevention, that's what I meant to say. This fire station kind of goes well. It is too small, though. I don't like this one. Even though it fits the aesthetic. I just don't like this one. And this one is too big. Too big. Doesn't fit my area pretty well. Let's go with let's go with the default fire. Maybe the modern fire station. Let's go with this one. Let's place it alongside. Place it alongside here. They have the option to turn around if they want to. It does seem out of place. It's out of place. I really need more firehouses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me see. Does this work better or does this work better? They look old, which looks like the grain mill, to be honest, which is kind of what I thought. Wait, they're both the same? Oh, wait, I thought I pressed U. I didn't press that. Okay, wait, this one looks like the grain silo. So let's go with this one. It looks like it matches the aesthetic of this building next door. Even though it's not the same country, but still. And the truck that it'll make, it can't make these. It doesn't work right. I definitely, they should have upgraded the textures, honestly. For these buildings, for these, vehicles. I wish they did. But the mini one is okay. The large one might be too big. Let's go with the mini. The mini. Police as well. Police as well. We don't want high crime in this area. I could put police up here, to be honest. I could put it down here on the main road too. I do want the small police station though. This one, this small guy. Let's bring it up here. Yeah, let's bring it up here. Right in the corner. Vehicle. Let's go with the car. Yeah, let's go with this one. The Pittsburgh Police. Medical. Do they need medical? I mean, they do, but do they really? Put it right here. Good spot for a clinic. Always use the fly car. Never use the default ambulance. I think that's good. I think this industry... I didn't finish the plants. You... One more? Small one. Yeah, small one. Also, I didn't connect these roads. Connect these.
We're back.
Since they didn't connect, their sloping is wrong as well.
I just found out about the weirdest thing.
Let me reorient these.
He has these things around our heads called auras. Apparently, we walk around stuck inside these funny, glowing, invisible bubbles, and they turn different colors. Which
I'm going to delete this because I can't see it.
I wonder if it's
Let's try that again.
glasses. Well, we can think about that while
Okay.
we play another song. You're listening to
These are fine on a hill. Just because they have this slope. The trucks can't go up there, but I assume people work here. Let me fix this thing, just in case. I can't fix it. It's the terrain itself. Let me smoothen the terrain out. It's a little bit more legible to get up. Legible. Wrong word. A little bit easier to get up. Here. Nice. And let's go one on the side as well. Just a side area. And let's go smaller. And one more smaller. Just one. I could put them in the back as well. However, they're too big. So let's go with the smaller one. Oops. Wrong spot. And you don't snap anymore. Stop snapping. Oh no, I put it down right. All I have to do is change the hill, and all these crops are booming. Now, first off, the fruit yield. My favorite fruit is pear. I prefer the pear every day. All day, every day, I can eat a pear. Specifically a soft pear. I do like my pears soft. I tend to be biased in how many fruits I put. How many fruit yields I put. Speaking of fruit yield, these are still... I didn't change all of you. Let's... speaking of which, I also don't have enough. I have enough, but... I do want more behind these houses as well. And it's a perfect fit! Also, my decal. My decal does need to place behind these as well. The end will have to be fixed, but that's okay. Sideways. Now, size proportion. Here's where Snack had the question before. Scaled. Now, wait. They only show up on the ground. Noted. Only show up on the ground. You know? I might say forget what I'm talking about because I might just erase this, but I could scale these into the correct way that I want them to be scaled and orient these to the correct way that I want them to be facing. I could do it like this. Make them level up a little bit easier, but it's a little... I mean, the scale does mess it up because it makes it too sharp. It's no longer like fuzzy at the end. Which I prefer to be fuzzier at the end. And this one does need to move slightly. So what I could do, let me erase these. These can't be erased. I need to actually delete them myself. I'm just going to fill this in with sand instead. I should have done that from the start. I don't know why I didn't. Just fill it with sand. Same here. Oh, that's right. Ban trucks on this road. I don't want trucks passing and making all this noise on this road. They should only go around. So from here, only cars can take this road. Trucks will just go past. It's a nice little neighborhood going through here. I want to assume all the farmers live here. I'm assuming that. Let me flatten out this land. That way I can place the... not housing, just make this easier to be placed. Greenhouse can be fixed. Too big. Too big. Can't fit. I put pears in the middle. Apples on the bottom. I don't know, I don't like apples really. Not a fan of apples too much. Too hard to eat. That makes sense. You moved. Apples, oranges, apples. And then just fill the area with trees. That areas that you can't really fit. Just continue the tree line. That way, it's covered by something. Like, it's not all empty field oftentimes. Because the trees do make up a variety of space, honestly. Areas that can't be filled. Plant a tree. Arbor is still a problem. Can they not reach this place? Every line just went away. Oh, they could reach it. They should be able to reach it. Yeah, just fill the area with trees, and then you got a nice little industry. Nice little cozy space in here. For industry. Nice little farm field. We get areas that stick up a little. You can just plan that out a bit. And there are no animals because I have them turned off. Either that or they just didn't spawn in yet. People didn't drive them yet, but there are no animals because I turned them off. Because animals take up citizen instance. What citizen's instance is, that allows you to see how many people are walking throughout your city. Animals and birds take up instance as well. I'm gonna put stop signs alongside this. Always stop? Always stop here. Traffic lights. Not really needed, to be honest. I mean, it looks like it's needed because the road is awful to go through. Let me make this 2 lanes, to be honest. 2-lane road with zoning? I'm not sure. Let's take away zoning. Let's get this 2-lane road in. Tree space. Speaking of trees, this needs to be housing as well. I do like this field. The field is quite nice, to be honest. I want a railing, by the way. A railing or a fence, either one, but actually I never used a farming fence, to be honest. Farming fence? Forestry? Farm. Let's try farming fence. I'll put 2 railings, honestly. I'll put the farming fence and the railing. I'll put to here. The goal with the fences, specifically railings. The fences can go behind, but railings are a different story. Railings, I always place after the light posts. I mean, the railing should go in front of the light posts because you don't want to destroy the light posts. Like this. That way. Also, I want a center railing as well. I don't want opposing traffic. Get the double one. Either the double or the, what's it called? The concrete barrier. However, concrete barrier, I find it to be situational, depending on the area that you're in. If you're in a more urban area, I'd use concrete barrier, but this is more rural, so I don't think there's a need for concrete. Let's get one more railing on the other side as well. I mean, it doesn't need it, but light posts are here still, and it's a hill, in case somebody drives into the hill. So, then it's a nice drive once you come out the tunnel. A nice looking view, valley. Take this guy, for instance. You're going to the slaughterhouse? You work to the slaughterhouse. You're going to your house. Take this guy, for example. Come out here. You get a nice view of a farm passing by. That's the look that I'm going for. A nice, yeah, like this. Nice landscape. See the nice topography around. Very hilly. I like that look. You see the farm thing over there? Gorgeous. The hill's on the side and you can't see behind it because the trees are in the way. Perfect. What are you doing? What is that? Is that how you spawn? I'm being pulled over. You know, that's happened to me many times where the cop drives behind me with his sirens on. That's true. Accidents. I'm waiting for it. Happens to me many times when a cop drives behind me and I get paranoid because I think he's gonna pull me over, but he actually wants to pass. Oh, it's my heart rate rising every time. I think I can classify this farmland. You know what? If it wasn't for this thing disappearing, I think I can classify this as a good place. 34 stars, dang. Pass. Of course I made the same size as the district, the same size as the thing. I pressed force historical, didn't I? I did. That's fine. They don't need to change anyway. I never pay attention to this. So... Good. Keep making stuff. I will do this, though. I don't know what they do, because I don't read. Increase production output by 10%. Increase building upkeep by 10%. Wow. Work safety. Woo. And packing and scheduling deliveries. Just put them on. Now behind here. I could continue the houses, to be honest. The ranch houses might not fit, to be honest, but I'll put it there still. Hills? How's a hill? Oh, pretty steep. Could be a dead end, to be honest. I'm not opposed to a dead end. Let's go right here. Let's bring these down. There, and then I could put houses. So 2 houses can fit. Oh, 1 house can fit. 1 can fit here. I could turn off zoning on one side. I said turn off zoning on one side. Okay, I want to. Prioritize the older road. Okay, prioritize the newer road. That's what I want to see. There. A little bit of housing. You want one of the farmhouses. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's a good spot. You want one of these houses? Good place to live. Next to the... Oh, that's fine. What is that? White watch? I would not want that in my... Be safe. You know what? Be safe, farmers. Let's see. What's a good place to live in? Or do you want one that I just built? Or do you want... I could put houses up here. The overseer. You could be the overseer. Yeah, I could put houses up here. Just take away some trees. Make a nice view. Between the fields. That ain't a bad choice either. Hopefully the noise pollution isn't loud. Let me check. Not bad. Let's go with this one. This one looks like the largest one. Got a nice red car. I will name you... Next house. I spelled Hughes. I spelled snack wrong too. I do this every time. I forget the C next to the K. I think I put snake. Let's be apostrophe. I mean, it's yours in possession. It is historical, so it'll never change as well. Hopefully a fire never happens. Yours is the red car, right there in the middle. Hopefully there aren't going to be too many cars passing by. I did make this an all-way stop, so it should be good. Also, this needs to be set to middle. And last but not least, you go through. You're doing the illegal. You're doing the illegal. How many of you are going to do that? If I were to stop doing that. Autosave again. It is now 2:25. Okay, you're almost like a lot of people are going to do that. Let me see the path. Just a few of you. Some of you are doing the ridiculous, I could see. Where did you come from? You came from the large barn. And you're going back to the large barn? Or no, you own the large barn, you drove somewhere else. Somewhere here, I'm assuming. I'm going to prevent this. Or maybe I don't have to. You can do what you want, I guess. I won't stop you. The one lane, though, might become a little bit of a problem in the future. But it's fine. They're only going to the barn, so I did put a barn up here. Let's bring this up here so it'll prevent traffic from accumulating down there. Put it on this side. Put it up here. The hill? Indecisive me. Put it right here. Right there's good. And the houses will not spawn. Expected as much. You need knowledge. You need a Lamborghini? Here, my garage with my Lamborghini. I say it every time. Let's put this here. For a little bit. I'll erase you when houses start to spawn. Let's put you right here, in case you need knowledge. Okay, garbage accumulation is really high for some reason up here. Why aren't the trucks coming here? Can they not access this road? No, they should be able to. Yeah, they should be able to. Unless there's just no garbage trucks leaving the area. There's just none. Unless they're all full already. No, I'm only using 16 out of 45. But either way. Tree. Do I want to fill this up with trees? I mean, there's no trees here already, but let's decrease the strength a bit and the density. and make the size a bit larger. Place some trees, not too much. So I think I'm happy with this. I made it historical, so they might stay that way until I refresh them.
Carolyn Shine, and we're about to check in with our listeners. Here's another message just came in from Eleanor Way.
I want you to be destroyed. Even if you will abandon, I want you to be destroyed. Let me... I shouldn't have pressed... I pressed force historical by accident. Clear historical, yeah. Except for Snack's house.
Eleanor, don't get me
That one can
started.
remain historical.
It's just so confusing. Why can't they count good and evil in base 10 like
Yeah,
everybody
farming
else?
done. Farming done. I can only place one industry building, which is the bakery.
For heaven's sake, people.
Where is it? Bakery.
How are we going to
Only requires crops, meat, and flour. Only one that can only use one industry. So that's why I always start with the farming industry. Just so I can use bakery, honestly.
Everybody is so confused.
Everything else requires
Indeed.
like oil and wood.
You're listening to Shoreline Radio.
And the fish one requires plastic, so I need oil. And oil is the last thing I do every time, so it literally takes me a long time for all of these to be used, but farming is what I go for first. I could put the bakery in here. Even though it's an industry building, I like to think of it as a commercial building. Like just a bakery, place you go to get food. I could put it right here. It's got some pollution, but it's only 10 pollution, which doesn't really affect people. Well, it's only 5, it's even better. It doesn't affect people, honestly. So I could put it on this road right here. To be honest, give him a little parking lot while I'm here. Parking lot for a bakery as well. Yeah, right here. Let me clear the trees a little bit. I want this to be shown. I want you to know that there's a bakery here. Oh, donuts. Oh, go nuts, donuts. I'm going to use the parking lot aspect. I think that's enough size-wise, so let's try it. Bakeries tend to not really... They don't really use, like, parking lots. They tend to, like... Well, the one that I'm near will usually have a lot on the side. Think of it like a parking in a city. They use those parking meters or a ticket that you put on your car to park inside of. Think of it like that. That's how I think of a bakery parking lot. Without paying, anyway. Just to ease my mind. I'll make that a stop sign. I can always stop, to be honest. Or people pass here. I could make it a traffic light. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling traffic light. Now, I did industry. The next thing on my list today. I can't lie, this looks good. You know what? Ivan, this is a good spot for this industry. Now that I did that, it's time for downtown. To start the grid. To start some formation. Now, usually with all my downtowns, I tend to form some kind of grid with a nice little park in the middle. But it's never really tourist friendly. So I'm thinking of maybe doing something different with this park, with this downtown. I'm thinking of not merely making a grid in the southern portion. This road will do something squiggly. Beyond this portion, the road will not do... The road will be a grid. So, what I'm going to do normally, I'm going to get rid of this because I hate it. And what I might do is I might actually try to get more land. I might bring this forward. So maybe up to this line, I might make my land mass. So think of it as landfill. I'm gonna landfill my way in. This as well. I like to have my space. Oh, these are umbrellas. I like to have my space. I could keep this, but I don't have a point for this. I mean, almost like an eyesore. Almost like an eyesore, but it's nice and historic. But I don't need it. I'll just move it for now. Move it somewhere else. Move it over here for now. Here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's fill in land. Oh, you want to see the finish? Getting closer. Thing can spawn in. Oh, I can go up here. This is filled in. Imagine this filled in as an area. I see. You. Oh wait, my crops. I keep forgetting. I need to fix this. Let's make half of it corn. Not corn. That's potatoes. Half of it potatoes. Half of it wheat. The rest will be the rest. What's left? Wait, so there's corn, wheat. Okay, let's make the rest of this wheat and put the potatoes here. I'll fill this with potatoes. And put potatoes by your house, you know? Some people will steal. They'll steal the crops in your backyard, that's okay. And nice little green spot right there too. Potatoes all along here. I do wish there was an option, like a sweeping option I can click, but all wheat over here. Just down one, down one, down one, and down one. Yeah, there we go. Nice little area. Nice little houses in the middle. That thing is stuck in my screen. There we go. Oh, the house is spawned. Good. Yeah, I need a library. That being the case, I almost want to put houses here. I wouldn't mind it, actually. Just like a few. Just right next to them. I don't think I'll put any in front. I'll try to put one here. One will spawn here, at most. I don't know if I want houses going up a hill, though. Good. They do it all the time in Pennsylvania. But... am I a fan of that? Not really. Especially a hill that's 14 feet. Oh, 14% elevation. Grade? That's a little too steep. At most, I'd put one just right here. I don't think I'd put anything up here. Let's go with that. And make the grid follow terrain, you know? Not a bad idea. And the grid follow over here follows the highway. The highway doesn't connect at all, which is great. Because it's not really any important road for it to connect on anyway. I mean, this is kind of important, but not really. You could just take the next exit. Take that road again. You can get this thing over here. I kind of want to find more assets like this, honestly. More industry assets. Oh, wait, these things actually are smart. They actually shrink in lanes. Can I put bend? Oh, no, I can't. Custom works. This is a flour mill. It actually makes flour. It's an asset by, Evangeline, or Evangeline. Or Evangeline, or Evangeline. It's a flour mill. It makes flour. Just like these, just like these. The same thing as this one. Just makes flour. Actually, the exact same building. There's nothing different about it. Just reskinned, I guess.
Italian leather. Italian.
It may look out of place, but not really. I kind of don't think it's out of place at all. Like, the buildings right here, it may seem out of place, but it's industry. If you know what I mean. Like a steel plant, think like that. Everything was built around it. Oh, this, by the way. Orange. All the people work? How many people work here, by the way? Oh, wait. 5 out of 45. Oh, you know. You know, that's a good question. Oh, all these people here? They work in here. They work on all these farms. Like 1 out of 3 workers. 1 out of 3. Not enough, I'll tell you that. Only 2 people per house. So, let's see, Snack is living with someone right now. You got 2 people in his house. Well, 1 person in his house. A stranger, probably. But 2 person per house. Let's say there is 20 on that road. 7 over here. And a few more. Not a few. And maybe 20 more. So 47 times 2. Then spread out all across these. Which isn't enough because these are already 11. I have too many of these. And this is only 1, but that's 3. That's 4. And these are 25. Or 45, I mean, so... not enough workers, technically. Which is okay. Because they actually drive from all the way over here. The people that didn't have jobs over here, they can work there now. Which means, let me see my demand now. My demand should be for more people now. Now that I think of it. Let me turn this off so I can actually see the demand meter change. Yes, going up for people. And it's going down in industry. That is actually perfect, because people will live in my city. And this is where I actually start to get the train line down and corrected. So there's no need for industry beyond this point, since I have an industry now. People are a necessity. Commercial will be a necessity now too, because I have industry. Priority number 1 should be to get more people. However, I don't listen to my priorities, and my priorities are always never correct or followed through. My priority is getting downtown. I'm gonna landfill all this land be mine, because I want below here to be a tourist location, a tourist destination. Not too much though. I don't want to take too much land. I want to take back like this much. I don't really want to put a pier like a quay, because then it would seem a little too uniform. I usually do that by rivers, but by the ocean, I don't want to put a quay by the ocean. I don't know what that word means. You're talking about my front door? My front door is locked. I have my keys in my pocket. But this quay needs to be fixed. Oh, let's make it do something different. Let's make one point stick out further, like this side. And wrap back in. Like that. Wait for the water to cool down so I can build. I can't build with water in my land. So yes, no demand for industry, only demand for people and commercial. Which is what I expected once I built industry. Good. I can set them all equal, because I don't care about that. Is there a water source in here by any chance? There isn't. Good. Is there a water source in here? There are a few. That's okay. It's only being emptied out through this little crevice. Actually, no, it's being filled in. How's it being emptied? Oh, over here it's being emptied. No, it's coming in as well. How does the water empty out in here? Comes in. Comes in. That's it? Huh. See our little ripples are changing it in water. Is there a mini tsunami passing by? Wait for my water to recede so I can start building, because I can't build in water because it does something like this when I build in water. Let me give you an example. It does that. Oh wait, I'm at negative 33. It does this. You know what? I lied to you. Pretend you didn't see anything. I'm a liar. Apparently. Even though I thought it wouldn't work, but it did. So I'm going to keep the aesthetic. Thank you, pump truck, for getting here. You got here too late, but... You might have came down the wrong side. You should have came down this side. I mean, not there's any road connecting. This in the middle. It's not a particular object. Even though this is taller than 14-4, because I can tell. It's probably like 15 feet. So from here, this road is going to do the little bit of a squiggly line. Not too much squigglies, but enough. Maybe it turns one direction, then it turns another, and it turns again. All while the bottom portion does not follow a grid. The upper portion will be uniform. The lower portion will not. So say from this portion right here. We despawn like that. Say from this portion right here. Wait for these trucks to do their thing before I alter their road path. You're fast. You're fast. You're too fast. Say from this portion right here. I bring this down naturally, so let's go down here. This would be the start, kind of. So here's the idea. This is called South Concord Freeway, which then turns into an interstate, I-210. Well, yeah, I-210. From here, I want one road. This will be my grid road. That'll come across and meet with the financial area. The road below will be my tourist road, where the main portion of the cars will pass, theoretically speaking. They should pass. So from here, the road will, let's put this bend, make it bend actually. Or you know what, I can't put middle. Yeah, it's fine there. So from here, this will be our grid. Half the grid will start here. I'm going to use the contemporary Main Street for now. Let's actually take the portion of this road. I made this road randomly. Kind of came in handy, actually. Kind of. I can go down one, I guess. Down one. Good enough. From here, this will be my main road. I guess I can call it actually Main Street. But I said that. Street. Oh my gosh. Main Street. From here, this is the road onto the freeway. Size of the road will change, depending on how many cars take this road. I'm assuming more cars will take the road on the bottom, however, but we'll see in the future. With this being the freeway, it doesn't really have to be a highway anymore, to be honest. From this point on, it could be a regular road with parking. However, I could leave it as a freeway, a road with no grid, or with no zoning. Not opposed to that. Let's just find out. Now, the things I want to have in the city. I'll list them all out now. I'll place them down, honestly. Just so I know what I want to be placed down. First off, the timer. Would I want this? Why not? Let's put a timer. Somewhere. Just not where I want them. Forgot my my zoning is set to one side. Let me fix that. Why does it go under my map like that sometimes? Let me redo this. The things that I want in this city. So starting with stadiums as well. I want this one in this in the city. So this can be in the tourist area. So somewhere below here, anywhere below here, or it could even be back here because I put space back here for the road to continue if it wanted to. There's some things that'll bypass. Arrow Park as well could fit somewhere, either one of these two stadiums or both. I'm not opposed to. Timber Stadium I would have put somewhere back here, like by the trees somewhere. Maybe I'll put that in Sunset District, we'll see. And of course, all of the skyscrapers that I can place and fit, I would want to put over here as well. For instance, have those placed down. Let's get the shorter versions as well. So the shorter ones, this one, two. I want some kind of a hierarchy in building heights as well. So I want short to tall. Now the thing with the tall ones, beyond Main Street, will most likely be a park, like grass and fields, because the next road will be this one. Will be South Concord Freeway, which will then actually become North Concord Freeway. So I need one road, at least one road, to come down and divide south from north. And it ends on that road. So that's the main goal. Well, not maybe end, but maybe go past it. Maybe go into a stadium. We'll see. But I want at least one road to at least run into it. Continuing with the buildings that I want. I do want one of these. I'm not sure which one, but I'll leave this off my menu for now. National Trade, as well as the bank. I forgot to place this down, so let me put this down now. So the bank as well. In a bank, I forgot to put that one down as well, over here. Too bad there's no space for it, because I forgot. I can put it... Nah, I can't put it there. And of course your main buildings, like your larger fire station, your police station. I don't put any disasters in the city, to be honest. Your large hospital. I sometimes have 2 hospitals. Namely, I don't have 2 large ones. 2 of those. I have 1 different one for a different occasion. This one is... Was it Presbyterian Hospital? Yes. Presbyterian Hospital. I tend to have this one and this one. Just to make sure I cover a full range of medical needs. For death care. This thing. And maybe even this one. This is a different death care. I think I'll put this one in the financial district because it looks financial to me. They still got the nice columns. Well, not financial. It looks historic to me. So I'll put this one in the financial district. We'll see what happens. As for police, I'll always put the high capacity station. Now, the intelligence agency. I will give the intelligence buildings their own spot. So like the intelligence hospital itself. This one right here, medical laboratory. I will put this in an area by itself. I might seclude it somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in this area over here that I mentioned before, or I could put it on top of the hill, downtown. I never have any elder care or child care in the city, to be honest. I never really have any of these in the city. In terms of industrial use, none of these. And nothing in here. The only thing probably is just a post office, specifically this post office. It's kind of taller. That's it. Probably just have that somewhere. Oh yes, the CIA building. And this thing, the intelligence agency. Yeah, this thing will be in a different area. I do sometimes put this in my city, but we'll see where it goes. Because with this police building, I will only spawn the police command center vehicle and the supercar. I only spawned those out of this building. I never played anything else out of those buildings. But that won't be there for now. I'll think of another place to put it. Of course, the schools and my favorite library. This one right here. And the schools. Let me get the schools down. High capacities. And maybe even though this one is kind of high capacity, it's not the same as this one. But I like the way it looks. Compared to this one, honestly, I think I prefer this one. The capacity is 300 to 800, however. Big difference in variety and capacity, but I don't know why, but I like this one more than this one. This one is a little too tall for a middle school or elementary school, in my opinion. My elementary school is kind of tall. Oh, I can show you what it looks like. It looks like a prison. It's a prison school. Let me go to it. It's this guy right down here in Brooklyn. Let's go to Canarsie. Near Canarsie. Right on Avenue A and Avenue B. This one right here. This is actually my middle school. PS 235. It looks like a prison. Right here. Yeah, right there. Langston Hughes School, elementary school. I don't remember what it looked like before, and I don't remember what it looked like then. Or now. Well, I know I can see what it looks like now, but... I liked it. I liked the school. It wasn't bad. This one's kind of tall, though. I mean, it's nice. You got an indoor outside activity. Quite cool. I think I like this one. I think I like this one. I did mention before, I don't know if I want to have Metro in this island. I could have Metro, but do I want to have Metro? It'll be hard to get Metro traveling through these landscapes. Especially passing underground. It'll be a little difficult. It will be a little difficult. If I did have Metro, I'd probably just have it from here into like the back of downtown. But a tram line can do that easily as well. Or Metro, maybe I can go horizontal. Maybe I can go from here to here. Or maybe even from here to the coast. But metro, I don't see that as metro. I see that more as tram. Tram would be the one to do that. And for the airport, I think I would just have the commuter train from the terminal come over here instead. So I think I just want tram and commercial train line. I could have buses, have like some kind of express bus service to some place. I could do that. But I don't see the need. I don't see too much need for a bus. I mean, there could be a need for a bus. Depending on the train lines, how they work. Or space-wise, if I make them work. So say I make one train line here. This would be the last stop, the terminal. All of them will stop at downtown, at the back of downtown. And then from here, they split into their different areas. So one will go to the airport, one goes to Mulberry Hills, one goes to Sunset and Summit, one goes to Amity and Green, the other one goes to Garnet, and the other one, I've already listed like 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe even 7, just for here. Oh no, let's just have 6. 6 lines here. Or 7 lines are good. I'm still questioning of how I'm going to fit a station here. There may be points where I force a station somewhere, so let's say... I can't put it here because there's a waterfall here. I was thinking of making a station, or making a train come through this mountain. And coming beneath the ground and appearing above here, around here. I force a station in the ground right here. A custom built station. I make it come back, or go back underground, where it then enters back out over here into a viaduct. And then goes back underground again. And then come out of the ground right here. Make a station somewhere over here. Because I don't think, you cannot make a station on a hill. I don't think the game will allow that. Let me actually try. Use a station track. I mean, it might allow it. I don't see why it wouldn't. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's get the station track right here. Let's put it on a hill. Let's get a more saturated hill like this one. No, it won't allow it. Just to be sure, let me try it again. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll allow it. Let me try placing more track ahead. And I smoothen this out. You know, maybe it will. It might allow it. Oh, we could try this. We could try putting a station on a hill. At some point. Not now, but at some point. Maybe wrap around this and put a station, like, on the side over here. Like, in the mountain right here. Then go walkway from here, walk to the station, and maybe from down here. Walk across. Or I was thinking of having this road come across over here and making the city continue over here. Industry will be over here, the forest. No, I said no. Forest would be back here. But it doesn't hurt to have more than one industry. But maybe I can make this like a post office thing over here. Something like that. Since I can't have my industry port, I can't have a large industry like that. Maybe I think of something else. Hold up. Someone's at my door. Me. Brought my milkshake. Where do I leave off? This area over here. I'm not sure what I want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everywhere else, I'm thinking of just housing. I don't think anything too drastic. But for now, let's start with the park. Not park, the school. Downtown, the city. It is expensive. I mean, I can understand why. It's an intense game that uses a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's not gonna go on sale, probably until next year, to be honest. It's so new. But I'd say the Ultimate Bundle. The Ultimate Bundle is kind of a sale. Right now. Kind of a sale right now. I don't know how cheap, or I don't know what the content creator packs will hold, but it'll be on sale just a bit. Oh, you're right, holiday sales are a thing. But can holiday sales beat the game's releasing sale? Well, there's no sale. There's just some kind of percent off. I want the main road cutting the downtown in half, separating the two large roads. That's true, depending on how many people... I mean, I bet a lot of people pre-ordered it already. Should be one of them. I will be one of them. Have this road come straight down. Back. It could. Oh, there actually is a free. There is a back command. Exclamation point back. I think. Yes, it is. Exclamation point back. With my sassy Nightbot. But since you're back, let's show you what we've been doing since you've been gone. Industry. That's it. Industry landscape is completed for farming. Get my lines. Except for you. I don't know what's wrong with you. Maybe, am I too far away from the road or something? I don't know. Yep, a lot of farms. A lot of farms that will not be in use. And the trucks spawn in the sky. But it works pretty well if they spawn in the sky. Oh, look at them go! Breaking the laws of physics as always. Every time I play this game, they break physics. Why are you in the sky? Your spawn point's on the ground. Why are you going up? Take your time. Oh, okay. Oh no, they will be used. It's just that there's a point where there will be too many crops being made and they won't know where to put it. I guess they'll just export it. Because I'll only have so much things to be produced. I don't have so much flour and meat that they can use to hold these crops. Oh, speaking of holding, I forgot the train. That's the one thing I forgot, the train line. Actually, wait, the warehouse. No, the warehouse train wouldn't work. The warehouse train would not work. Where is it, actually? Oh, it's under industry. Yeah, here. This one, I don't know if this will work. I believe this train only imports. Does it export? Let me see. What does it have to offer? If I put it here, it's more of a storage. What if I don't know. I don't know, actually. Will this thing export correctly? Even though it just is balanced and maybe be farming industry? Farming products? It will store it, yes, but I don't know if it'll... It should export. It's on a train. It should export. Oh yeah, can be export. I'm blind. I can't read. It's just... Yeah, it'll be exported. So you know what? This works.
We've been making the best in mobile phones for over 20 years.
Yeah, I think this will work. Can be exported, can be imported. I'm going to assume it works.
That make you think your phone is ringing. Whether you have a new phone, an old phone, or just leave it on vibrate, we make sure you always hear your phone in our commercials. It's our way of saying, we hear you. So don't be silenced when opportunity calls, pick it up. It's for you. Akio Mobile.
Carb up with yakisoba, the noodle masters.
Radio station ads. They do bring a charm to this game.
We have the
I'm curious what the radios. Gotta make less of them, maybe. But give more music. I think that would be cool.
We're back. I'm your host, Carolyn Shine.
This track is... This train thing is good because it does just... It kind of just leads into it.
Around our heads called auras. Apparently, we walk around stuck inside these funny glowing.
Oh, you got an actual ad. I thought you meant like the radio ad.
Turn different colors, which is weird. I
But I'm thinking this can work. It can be exported and imported. So people will deliver the farmed goods
play another song. You're listening
to another area. Specifically, I just want farming products to be exported. Nothing else. No commercial or anything like that. Just farmed products. I never really get the chance to use these. So, these 4 down here. But I think this is actually a good chance to use it with the trains. Never tried it. Now, people are coming down pretty fast. I think it might work. Wait, I'm stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I can't import because I have no train line connecting to outside the world. So I'm leaving this here for future use because eventually I want to make a ship line for the trains. The ships will be my export. Or my trucks, I guess, too, but then I can't use trains and that makes me sad. I'm gonna keep the train line. I'm gonna have an all separate freight line. And the freight lines will only use the wooden tracks, so I always can know where they are. So freight for wood. The my actual trains are concrete. I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully they can import. It says import and export. It can be both. Hopefully... Well, no, if I do that, then that would be a problem. Can I put all? All an option? Fish is an option now. If all were an option, that might be good. But, you know what, I'll leave it the way it is. I'll leave it like this. Downtown is another story. So here was the plan for downtown. They enter the highway. They take the ramp. First exit off the highway. They're all going to the cargo place. So they take the first ramp. They take this exit, wrap around, come up. From here, they enter into the downtown district. Yes, downtown district. From there are 2 roads. Main Street. And South Concord Parkway, freeway, will continue to go downward. Now, this is the... Beyond here, below here, is a tourist spot. Tourist destination. And from here, on this road, Graham Boulevard, let's name my streets as I go. So first, then, well, Main Street, 1st Avenue, 2nd Avenue, 3rd Avenue, so on. Or 1st Avenue could be vertical, you know what? It'll be vertical. We'll see. But it's Main Street. Main Street will continue going across, where it'll then meet back into North Concord Freeway. Yep. Always do that every time. I ignore my demands and I go straight for downtown. So, Main Street will meet back at both Concord freeways, at North and at South. The names will change once they meet this road. I'm not sure the name yet. This road. I will have some kind of divider. This road will act as a divider between the 2 areas. So who knows? I could split downtown into 2 different districts with 2 different sides. Like, sure, it says downtown because I don't know what the name of this place will be yet. But for now, I know what I want to be over here. And I know, well, I don't really know what I want to be over here yet. And same thing with the center. The center being something different, really. It's always fun when coming up with ideas of what you want to do on a small island, specifically a small island like this one. I'm really thinking about the airport. I don't know how it's going to look, especially for an airport like the airports DLC. There are times when I'm just waiting to build those, like this portion and this portion. Curious to see how it'll come out. That'll be a ways away, but it'll be a little bit of fun to see how it turns out. I think I need the roads to be separated. I need a grid line to be separated. I need them to be oriented correctly. I can see what's happening already here. I'm thinking having one road going diagonal at this point right here. So right at Main Street and North Concord Freeway, this road actually comes diagonal because it matches the side. 55, 50, 55, let's go 45. And right here we continue going down. So this road will be a divider between two areas. Hopefully. Ooh, so you're gonna put like a, what's it called? What's the thing called? You're gonna make the tolls act as a boarding, the border, crossing the border, that kind of thing, with the passport and stuff. Be kind of cool. 2 different territories in the same area. Actually not be bad. Like if I were to build my PO props, my signs. They exit only on one side, and well, let's go like this. Was they're separated like this? I would have 2 different state routes. I forgot to press change into procedural object. I would have 2 different state routes. So say in this case, I would put F and N. Florida and New York state routes. They'd be 2 different areas. Highway shields make these larger. 2 different areas where there'd be 2 different states. That'd be kind of cool. One state represents a different road, or a different highway shield. The other one represents something else. From Florida to New York. I don't know. These 2 aren't next to each other, so that's a bad example.
I'm Carolyn Shine, and you're listening to Shoreline Radio.
Almost like I'm thinking of if they were together like that. There is one country, Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Kind of like that. Two different countries that speak 2 different languages, but they're right there together on the same island. 3 moments. Can't spell Discord for your life, can you? Do it for you. Kind of like, I like that idea. It's not a bad idea. It's pretty smart. I feel like there's something on my hand every time I move my hand. But for here, I think. Still thinking of the correct spot, like road gap distance and things like that. There will be a grid. Beyond Main Street, there'll be a grid. Below Main Street, there is no grid. The roads will do whatever they want, however they feel. I'll put a park as well below Main Street. Maybe the road will follow the grass, actually. That's not a bad idea. Even though I filled in this land a little bit, the road can follow the grass. Let me try that. Again, I'm not sure if I want it to be this big of a road. But I'm gonna use the squiggly tool. I call it squiggly. That's what it's doing. Let's say it does this. I don't want to go too far down. But I might have to. The stadium's here. The stadium's in my way. Let's go like this. And come around. Then wrap back up. From here, South Concord will turn into North Concord on this road. Then from here, continue the the act of non-grid following. You know, that is true. Most cities will have that one road that's incredibly large. I guess I noticed that a lot of East Coast cities, they don't really have large roads. Like their roads aren't really big. Like highway-wise, they're really small. Like compared to the West Coast. The West Coast will have like 10-lane highways. Or even Central America. Central America has a lot of highways. But the East Coast doesn't really have too many lanes, honestly. They're really passive when it comes to lanes. Traffic is kind of high over there as well. Traffic's high in both spots, no matter how you look at it. Like when I went to Dallas one time. Not Dallas, Atlanta. Interstate 20, why was it so big? It was nothing. Where were all these people going is what I was saying. There were so many cars on the road. Like, my goodness. They have no transportation is the problem. That's the problem with America. America needs more public transportation. Or just transportation in general. Doesn't have to be public at all. Like, imagine if America was like Japan in their transport. That would be amazing. But America's too big is the problem. Japan is a smaller country. They have access to... Well, it's easy to make a large central tram or track that goes all across, but yeah, something. Really something. Just needed. I'll take anything. Give me a light rail and I'll take 2 hours to get somewhere. I'm fine with it. I'm not fine with that, but still. Down this road and beyond here is tourism. I could have bikes. I could. Speaking of bikes, why is my search bar so small? Why you shrink on me? Back to 3. Why was it at 2? Or was it at 1? It is bad. It's really bad. Amtrak costs so much that it's not even worth it. Better off just driving. It's better off just driving because probably driving is faster than Amtrak, to be honest. America's bullet train is pretty slow because it's restricted. Because they don't have tracks meant for speeding, well, in most places. Cities themselves will have to just offer public transit, or other states have public transit of themselves, but other than that, America's really meh with transit. It makes me sad. It is asymmetrical. Monorail is something that I never really use. Monorail. Could use monorail? Could use monorail. It's failing. It's fallen. Oh wait, now that you said 8-lane highway. I have this road. Large boulevard. This isn't bad, actually. It's not bad. Canada does have... Actually, Canada does have a little bit better of public transport. I will say there's only one complaint with Canada when I went there. It's that the stations are in the middle of nowhere sometimes. And they're required to drive to your station, which kind of defeats the purpose. But they have public transport nonetheless. They have some form of infrastructure. I think I'll use this road. This road offers a middle lane. I believe it's a bike lane as well that acts in the middle. I think. I do like the way Vancouver looks. I've never been to Vancouver, but I always see Vancouver. Especially from Moose's stream, I always see Vancouver. Let's maybe not get rid of that, but 3 public transport. Toronto has nice. I do like their public transport. It's just not. It doesn't come as often as I think it would. I do like the trams though. Toronto has some nice trams. Yes, the nice 4-lane highway. Not bad. That is true. The Q or the Gardner Expressway, yes. Yeah, when I was there, that road always had traffic. It was backed up in traffic every single day. Even during non-rush hour, it was full of traffic. It's pretty bad. It's always, I feel like most things will always be a, what's the right word? Controversial, yes. That's the word, controversial. Yeah, I always say there's always a good side and a bad side. The good side being, yes, you got rid of the queue, but the bad side being, where will all the cars go to pass through the area that passed through before? Sure, they could take the 401, which is above, but still. Replacing with new transport, that is good. I do like that. That's good. As long as it's not. Well, then you have to think of places for parking, which I guess for the commercial, you don't really need it with a tram there. But still, the parking... the parking will prove to be a little bit of a problem. Because I believe there's parking under the Gardner Expressway. Toronto. Which, I wouldn't really park under a highway to begin with. I'm afraid my car getting broken into. I don't know why, but it doesn't taste like cookies and cream. It tastes like some kind of wine has been put in this. Tastes different. I haven't been to Africa. I can see it now. How hot is Africa? Is it hot where you are?
Hi, everybody. This is Carolyn Shine.
For that long, they've been revolting against it.
Voice sounds a little different today. Well, that's because I'm wearing a new necklace. Not an ordinary necklace.
I'll always see the government will always want to
Hematite.
put something that people don't want.
Yesterday,
Then they'll get mad.
I tried it on. I could
Well,
feel
then,
the warmth flowing
the
through
people
me.
complain like how they always complain.
Magic.
Eventually, the people will open up to it
That's
and
good stuff.
become happy with it, the idea, or just live with it eventually in the future, but
Polished metal.
I guess that's the way they see it.
Crystal like quartz and geodes. It makes me wonder if there's any other.
They stop whenever they want. That sounds... Oh, I hate taxis so much. I hate the taxi drivers so much. I swear they can't drive. They're too aggressive, for no reason. For absolutely no reason. If it's hot, you could always go circling around a roundabout. Then you won't get so hot anymore. Put your windows down, drive in circles. Roundabouts. Could never be me. This will fit snug. Wait, this actually fits in here. Kind of fits in here. I could just fill it in, but they could still walk. 15 people. Is that a taxi or a bus? That sounds more like a bus to me. I mean, Grenada does the same thing, actually. Well, except they call it a bus instead of a taxi. But my goodness. this can fit pretty nice. Wraps around really well. I just have to fix it a little bit. Just to make the center in the middle. Pull this here and pull this down. And do this. Wait, I have to look at that car just to see the size. You know, I can see it. I can see 15 people being shoved in this vehicle. I could probably see more than 15 people being shoved in this vehicle, trying to get somewhere. I can envision it. Oh, I'm pressing stuff I shouldn't be pressing. Especially on a hot day. Like, I feel like some people I know in Grenada, sometimes you use just a taxi just to stay away from the sun. You go in an air-conditioned vehicle, if it's air-conditioned, I guess. It's a clown car at that point. Everyone just fits. Oh, I'd be sitting on top of the car. On top of the car, that sounds fun. If I were just on top of it, ooh. I would do that. I'd be like this, just kind of gliding on the top. Making myself aerodynamic. I think I have this situated. I think I know where I want this to be placed now. Right there. Problem being, transports to this thing will be a little bit of a problem. Well, no. I can put a crossing here, yes, but put it in the middle. Right in the middle. Put a traffic light right here. Crossing. Actually, it's crosswalks. Nice. Oftentimes these things don't have crosswalks. And put a traffic light right down the middle. Me, the tourist, the American tourist, will come to destroy your country. Oh, I always hate those videos when I see all those people go to different countries and they just tarnish them. I would feel bad too. I feel like they're in your space. Who knows, they might be pressing your gas for you while you're sitting there. Now, I said I wanted this to be a park. Let's get all this stuff out the way first. Let me get you out the way. Let me get you out the way. Now, I'm hoping you're not doing what I think you're doing. They're doing what I think they're doing. Now, I don't want them to take this road to get to the highway. I want them to take the highway to get to the highway. Oh, the roundabouts. Oh. I'm hoping people in that country know how to yield. At least they have to. It's all roundabouts. Not that you could live without yielding. I'm getting a headache thinking about a roundabout. One day Indy's gonna come in my stream and just tell me to put a roundabout right here. I can see it. I can see it happening. And I would prove him wrong. I would have to prove him wrong. I'll tell you, people in America know nothing as well. Some people shouldn't have a license. Wait, I want a bike lane. Bike lane in the middle. this guy. They buy the licenses illegally. You know, they gotta do what they can to make money, even if it's not legal. It's like when your teens go to the bar and come with a fake license or a fake ID. Fake ID. And then, if they're caught, well, who knows what will happen. It's really intricate. I really zoomed in. A fake license, that's actually a lot to do, to go through, just to get a license. A fake one at that. I would never do that. That's a little much, I must say. Why is this road so dark? I don't remember this road being so dark. Did I fix it before? I must have fixed it. I don't remember doing that. It must be easy to get a license. If people are getting fake licenses, it must be easy to obtain them. Either illegally or legally, they must be doing it in some surefire way where it's guaranteed to get a license at that same day. Maybe one of them sketchy things where some sketchy deals. $3 for one? Will the police let you go if they get caught? If you get caught with a fake license? They shouldn't. But hearing all of this, they probably do. Ooh, Paris Road. Oh, what? Does it fit the node correctly? It does. I think this could work. This look for this road. Oh wow, it's that bad. I didn't think it was that bad. Oh my goodness. You're literally bribing your way to get out of something. That's actually really bad. It's just... How do you survive? Does one survive South Africa? Something like this I would do. I put a park in the middle, separating Main Street from the rest of the land. I'm putting a stadium right here. Not bad. Now the hospital... I'm gonna switch it for this hospital. This one looks older than that one. I'm gonna put this one over here by the historic district. I'll drive in it incorrectly just to prove my points. I'll drive in every roundabout wrong. America's starting to use roundabouts. I prefer my traffic lights. Traffic lights are much easier because they just turn green and you go. Except for when that one person runs the light and then... It's sad of destruction of your car, but still. Traffic light. It was a great invention, I must say. This needs to be fixed. Also, we need a traffic light. No roundabout here. Only traffic lights needed. So from here... Let's actually take this road. I'm gonna shrink it. I can't shrink it too far because eventually people need to walk here. Wait. Oh, I could go this way. Oh, you know what? So let's shrink it right here. Or, actually, I should have left it there. No, this is fine. I'll shrink it here. Put a road here to come down here. You know what? Not a bad idea. Specifically a tram. One tram road can be placed all along here. A large tram road pedestrian area. Does that mean it uses pedestrians? It does. I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. I might have to use a basic, not basic, a modded tram track. One of these or a grass path. Where is it? Wait, what is this one? I actually never looked at this one. There's tracks without a fence. One's with fence? But I'm looking for one that's just like this one. Grass path. But I have different varieties of trams. Like these. There's a nice path. I believe those are adaptive networks. They are. You can convert them back into vanilla rails if you wanted to. Which are pretty good. I do like what they did with the vanilla stuff. They changed the tracks to look differently. You can do that. Or I have these as well. I have these. These are literal tram tracks that use the vanilla tram tracks. Also one with grass, which I can't say looks bad. And I don't know the difference between these two. What's the difference? AUV? Tram promenade? I don't know the difference. Oh, it's maybe I like this one. The grass one is nice. I like the grass one. Also comes with red lights underneath. Good to know. Does it light up at night? They kind of do. I'm thinking of this one. Run across this entire area. And maybe like end right here. And make a U-turn right here. Or I could use the mod, this thing right here. Tram track, station track. They could turn around. The trams could turn around. But I think I might use this one. I do like the way it looks. The grass does look nice. And it is shiny. Quite nice. And it's also vanilla tracks too, which are I don't have to change anything, so that's cool. Thinking of using this one. Now, where it goes, let's make it pass between the park that I'm going to make. So this will act as my park. This tram track. The park will be centered around this track.
Hi, I'm Greg.
And it could actually, I believe people will cross the tracks to get to the stadium from this side as well. And I could put a station right in front of the stadium, right here. People should be able to cross if I put crossing. They should cross there, and I could even put a tram traffic light. Now, is it right? Correct? It is not. So, here's where I do my thing. I get rid of the ugly vanilla tracks, or vanilla lights. I press the wrong button. I get rid of these atrocities, and replace it with what I want. Where is it? This one and this one. Traffic lights, not O1, just dash. And I use the tram lights. These. I do like these. Same thing with you, mirror. I switch you with this. There. Perfect. Looks much better. And from there, I can actually connect them onto this road using just a regular path. The path tool is quite substantial. Or, even, what if I just made this road go straight down into the track? They can't, cars can't really come here, but still, I could just come right to this. I could do something like this, or, maybe a path might be better. Path might be better. Because I still want to have a park in this area. And I still did forget. I can't place the park gates so close to each other. So I might have to make this area free. I might have to make it free. I'm gonna have to put a path here. So I'm gonna put the 2U. 2U trail because it's a little bit wider. Nice little wide path. And it's straight from this road, so... And luckily now, actually, this whole thing is a crossing. It's a common. And they can cross the street, I believe. I keep forgetting to get rid of this mod. They can cross the street. They can. actually perfect. I could just draw in crosswalks if I wanted to. I probably should. It'll be weird to have crosswalks on grass, but let's just pretend it's like a stone path. I could make it stone. Could I make it? Like graphics? Texture, make it rougher to look like stone? Yes, I could do that. Just extend it further. Before I do that, let me actually grab this side as well. Change the graphic to whatever that side was. I think it was 60. It was. And then pull it forward. All the way forward. I pressed something by accident. Where am I? Ooh, I thought I was lost. 4.3, 4.5. I just want to... I didn't press A by accident. Let's go to 8. A little bit further. I don't want to meet the other one halfway. Let's go to 10. Let's say 10. Not yet. But I can't offset the back. Can I? Oh, I can. Perfect. The light does... Signals are in the back. So... Yeah, the signals are in the back. So let's bring it back. 0. I'm just going to fill the space in so it looks like it's used. Or I could just convert it back to middle. Or, you know what? I could just bring it closer. I should have thought of that first. You know what? That made it a lot easier. Yeah, just a nice little path just to walk to the park. Let me make sure it's centered correctly. Yeah, right there. So, a path to walk across. Is it game day already? That person wants in the stadium. Almost... Wait, it's almost game day. I just put this thing down. Oh. Here, luckily, the park can go alongside this. What I mean by that is, naturally, you can't place assets alongside this road, because this road can't be zoned until you put a park on this road with Parkify, the mod Parkify. It allows you to. Let's put a main gate. Let's put a large gate. Where? I'm not sure. Put it right here for now. And then I could just... Well, first off, let me fill in this area as just a park. I'm gonna call this park... It looks like a spaceship, actually. Wait, it's kind of parallel. It's weirdly parallel. Wait, I didn't realize that. Weirdly, this almost the same on both sides. What is it called? I thought I started with a U. It's Linden. Let's call it... Put an L instead of enter. Seaview Park. Not technically by the sea, but it's near the sea. And since it's a park now... Wait, speaking of park, a grove, meadow, that's a little bit bigger. That done. I can now place parks alongside this thing. I can put a bathroom on this thing now. The cafe on this thing now. It's pretty nice. Green apples all the time. I would always go green apples. They may be harder than regular red apples, but prefer the sour taste of the green apple. And you can make some nice apple pies out of the green apples. Red apples, I don't know. I feel like with red apples, I'm just biting into something and I'm just eating it. I'm not really tasting the red apple, if that makes sense. It's sweet, yes, but I'm not getting a kick out of it. Green apples will always be my go-to if I don't see any other apple. Well, no, if I see any other apple, I see green, then that's my take. Maybe I can bridge across. I think bridging across would be very... Does this run up a bridge? Oh, it does. Perfect. I don't think I can put a railroad crossing that close to the road. It'd be a little uncomfortable to put it this close. I feel like green apples are harder to oxidize. I feel like red apples always turn brown as soon as I start to bite into it. And that just might be me. It might be me depending on how long I take to eat my apples. Okay. Can bend, but doesn't mess with the bottom. Oh, it messes with the bottom. Sad. Sad. I prefer bending. I guess that's okay. It's okay. Oh, well, there's no point of putting a park if I put railroad crossings, isn't there? There might not be a point of putting a park. If they take the gate, they pay money. That's all I care about, I guess. Speaking of police, you're spawning incorrectly. I want the NYPD, because only one reason. They're the richest police department in America. They belong in a city. They may be corrupt sometimes, but they are rich. Now, I didn't think about this, but I'm going to need a yard. I'm going to need a yard. A yard. I think the yard will have to be somewhere over here. Maybe even here. A yard for the trains and a yard for my tram. That might be the next order of business, to be honest. Because it's something that I might need soon. I've always wanted to do that. Dip fruits, different type of fruits in like candy water. What is it called when they do that again? There's a certain a cooking method that it's called. Got a nice crunch to it. You dip it in, yeah, you dip it in sugary water, and then you give it in a cold bath to make it freeze. I would like to do that. Well, speaking of apples, actually, the Granny Smith apple is actually how I lost my first tooth. We went to the amusement park in Coney Island. I was biting an apple. I came back home with it, actually. I came back home with a candy apple. It was wrapped up, real tight, and it was my front teeth, my front tooth. I bit into it. My goodness, did that hurt! I can feel the pain still. It hurts so bad. Ever since that day, I feared eating apples, I'm not gonna lie. I fear eating apples with my front teeth. I always bite it from the side or something else, but I never really bite it with my front teeth.
Sunny days, starry nights, good music.
Yeah,
great
candied
music.
apples?
This is Carolyn Shine, and you're
Wait, did I say candied? Oh, I meant caramel. Or do you say caramel or caramel? Caramel apples. Oh, I thought you were bugged. I was hoping you weren't bugged. You can go behind this building. No. You can go behind this building. Right next to this building. Yes, right there. Maybe not. I'm having a hard time deciding again. Are they candied apples? Candied apples are... I'm thinking of a... process it takes. Yes, Tangulu is what I'm thinking about. I literally typed out what I said in a sentence. Tangulu is what I was talking about. You get it in a a liquid sugary substance, and you dip it, and you just cool it down, and then they get a nice crunch, and it's sugar. I want to do this. I don't know why I don't. I have the... Well, no, I have no fruit. That's probably why. If I had fruit, I'd do this. In the... Oh, I spelled apple wrong. I spelled apple wrong. Maybe. Yes, this is the reason why I like Granny Smith apples, or the green ones. Because they taste amazing. And caramel apples. It's a nice, sweet exterior. You get the walnuts on the top, or whatever topping you want. And the sour inside. Oh, they're so good. They're actually really good. Coffee apples. Oh, that's what you call it? Yes, Tangulu is what they call it. Or what we call it. I would love to eat one of these again. I mean, I guess you could make it. But it's not the same, you know? I don't know, for me, every time I eat food, it tastes good. Because, I don't know, I can't make food and taste it myself and eat it and enjoy it. I don't know why. Everything I make doesn't taste the same as when someone else makes it, even though I made it the same. I don't know why. Is it my expectation to myself? Am I not happy with the way I made it? I don't know. Even though it's the same. I'll never understand. I gotta stop looking at this. I want that. Let's think about the upside of downtown. Now it's very hilly. Just like Manhattan. A little too hilly. Too many lines for my liking. I'm gonna shrink it a bit. Now, the train, however, I'm thinking of the terminal being here. Either here or maybe one back. Like one spot right here. I'm thinking of putting the terminal. Reason being because this area is going to be area in here will be the financial district. Right? That looks like it's spelled weird. It looks like it's spelled weird. Wait. In my words. That's right, financial. And this building fits perfectly. Just the way I made it. Now, do I want it to be there? I might want it to be one step back, or... Yeah, 2 steps back, I think I would prefer it to be placed. Because I want this station to be right alongside this road. And I tend to use the historic road near this station, or I will use cobblestone. One of those two represent some kind of a old district. Like one of these, usually. Cobblestone was used a lot on the roads back then, but other than that, I would want more space, honestly. I would usually have like a larger field for this building. Maybe I can put this over here. And have like a larger field for this. Have like a fountain in the front and things like that. I would normally do for the stock exchange building. However, the problem with the stock exchange building is that it's only... You could classify it as 3-side architecture, but the backside kind of makes me sad compared to the front. I do wish the backside would look the same as the front, just without the writing, just without the boards. I wish the backside looked the same. Sadly, it doesn't, but it's hard to figure out a good placement for this building, to be honest. Well, it's not hard, but it's a little complicated. Because I always want to cover the back. Like, if I were to place it over here, I wouldn't have the back exposed like this. I'd usually have the other financial buildings placed behind it. These. However, the large ones I would normally have, like the 4x4, one of these, I'd have placed. And I could force it behind it. Wait, no, they fit. I can't count. Wait, I can't count. I thought there was 2 spaces behind you. I don't know why. Yeah, so something like these I'd have behind them. So it kind of hides the ugly back. And it kind of resembles the fronts, kind of. The same there. But I did mention before, I prefer this to be a few steps back, behind the main road. Maybe 1 step back. 1 step back is, I think, okay, because then it can still be accessed, and people can still walk up to it. And it's not really merged in too deep. What does it look like when it's more leveled up? Let's grab this build. Can I force it to level up? Stock exchange is what it's called. Stock exchange.
You're listening to Shoreline Radio, and it's time for us to check in with our listeners.
Yes, the very different levels. Good. The last level.
Love your show.
What if I take this building and drag it back?
Great conversation.
What does it look like?
Like the other stations, they're always trying to talk to me in secret code language. Oh,
I mean, they actually kind of mesh well.
I was afraid it was just me, but Vance just said it. So much more.
They kind of mesh. Well, one of them. Oh, wait.
Messages everywhere, and not just on the radio. The newspaper.
You know, they kind of mesh.
Your alphabet soup is trying to convince you
I think I might do this. I think I might have them, like, one node inside of each other.
not to listen.
I think they kind of mesh well. If it were 1 space back, let me see. Yeah, there's a big gap, which I kind of don't want. I want them to be... I want them to be inside of each other. Pause. But I want them to be inside of each other. Yeah, right? About so. And it actually doesn't cover up the back fence either. So I think... Also, it makes a nice aesthetic when entering this terminal. A nice little tall building. So I think I'll go with this. I think I like this look. I think I really like this look. And in the front... I mean, the front can be the same. There's 2 buildings inside of each other. Let me erase one of them. Of course, it was a tall one. No, that's fine. But I think I'd do that. So the more I level it up, the taller it'll be. And I personally don't mind the tall buildings in the front and the shorter buildings in the back. I don't mind that. For one reason being... Well, no, for no reasons being. I just like that. But also, it makes more sense that the tall buildings in the back and the short buildings in the front. Maybe I could do this. Maybe I could have the shorter variants in the back, or in the front. The taller ones move back a little bit. We'll see. Like, this one is fine here. Skyscraper bank. It's fine there. I don't think I'll move it at all. Other than that, though, I think it's okay. It's 4 hours in. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna continue this tomorrow, especially back here. I was working on here a while, and then I was talking about the road stuff from CDS2. But I'm gonna stop here and continue downtown like normal. I'm gonna try to work to back here. Well, no, I have a lot of time, so I might just work back here. But definitely, I want to get the tourist stuff down. I'm still hoping that they're not taking this road to get to the highway. It is... There's a speed limit here. 35 isn't bad. Not bad. I'm gonna stop here. I'll keep the agenda tomorrow. Continue working on the grid. I don't think I'll finish it. It might be a little ways before I finish the downtown area. But work on the back, then start to get to the front of the building. Also, find a good spot for a train yard as well. I would want to do. Maybe I'll put it next to the passenger airport. We'll see. Maybe I'll put it over here. Or I did say oil area over here as well. So maybe I'll put it by the oil area too. We'll see. But I'll stop here. Everything here will be continued. This stadium, I don't know if the stadium will stay. I could put it somewhere, I could not put it somewhere. We'll see. Maybe it'll go up here somewhere. Or in there somewhere. But I like this orientation so far. The stadium here kind of fits well. You got the tram passing through. Well, it's not working yet, but it's passing through. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll have a tram run up into this road. Maybe let's have a tram track here. I'm gonna place this here so I don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 19th. Okay, keep that in mind. So, well, tomorrow's the 20th. I'm gonna have the tram track pass through here. Most likely I will. I don't think I'll change my mind on this. I would like to have the larger path, but I'd rather the trees. I will change the trees, probably. No, the trees are changed. Well, I'll make the path come here, so make a junction right here. Most likely. I think this is how it'll go. Everything in here will be rearranged. Maybe not the stadium. The stadium will probably stay. It'll probably stay there for forever. The station might stay here forever, and the stock exchange might stay here forever, because I do like the way it looks. Especially when it reaches level 5. It'll outshine these buildings and kind of stick through. And it'll be a nice look when entering the terminal, honestly. Like, I'll keep this. I'll keep this look. The station, yeah, this police station, yeah. Move somewhere else, but other than that, I'll stop here.